Oof.
Sick. I
Fuck
love
it,
it.
we'll do it live.
All right. So, uh, last session we ended on a fairly familiar scene, as everyone can see by the X's across most of the non-U bodies, um, where, uh, well, through mostly no fault of your own, you had to kill a bunch of people. Um, so the kind of natural kind of progression of your investigation of the city led to um, questioning what seemed like a friendly bartender, um, who then, because some less friendly people were eavesdropping on you, led to a bit of a scuffle. And then,
They started it.
no one's fault for this one, but the scuffle was just a teensy bit loud, which
That's on
attracted
me.
some more people who were like official guardsmen. And uh, Lorazis, in a fairly reasonable turn of events, said, "Hey, we caught this guy. He's a bandit. He was also star of this bar fight. You're welcome." And they were like, "Oh man, it's too bad we didn't get here in time and you were already dead." So they were clearly assholes. But good news, y'all made it out alive, and we're kind of here. We are. Um, we kind of open back up in the streets with y'all surrounded by dead bodies. You do kind of hear um, kind of more footsteps approaching in the distance. I don't think the fight lasted long enough for that to be what drew them. It's probably just residual from the thunderous smite from Fenrir, kind of drawing more bodies to your location. But yeah, that's kind of where we open up.
Yeah, sorry about that, guys. They ticked me off.
That's okay. We're about it.
I'm going to
If you do
search the.
anything for aesthetics, it's the best reason to do anything.
Can
That's
I
a
search the sergeant for any of the uh gold that we had found on the other bandits
yes.
before?
So I will say, just because of like the time crunch, here's kind of how we'll do body searching. Obviously, they all probably have a coin purse. If that's all you're wanting to grab and kind of hit the road, you're just going to be able to do that. And then when you get a free moment, you can peek inside the coin purse and see what's in it.
Yeah,
Um,
I'm going to take all the coin purses.
if you're like trying to search him specifically for like, oh, maybe this one has like damning evidence on him,
Yeah,
that will be
uh,
a roll, and like I'd probably let you succeed if there's a success to be had. But depending on how you roll is how long you're searching the body to find said damning evidence. And then, but as far as like coin purses go, obviously they probably all have them. If that's all you're going for, you can just grab it, kind of hit the road.
if you
We
guys
should
need to
obviously
grab,
check the captain for
that's what
any
I was
sort
trying
of.
to do.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Duchess is staying completely out of sight. She does not want to get down there and have to scramble her ass back up the building if something bad comes her way.
So it's
Respect it.
investigation.
Yes, if you're looking for something specific on the captain, it'd be
Yeah, I'm
investigation.
just going to look for anything showing signs that he was recently appointed as sergeant and is affiliated with the bandits that we uh have been looking for.
All right, yeah, go ahead. Roll me an investigation check.
Yeah, and any sort of like past coins or anything like that that he might be carrying too that might come in handy.
DM, I'm going to be showing you camera. Oop, can't see it. Can you see it?
Yes, sensational.
Okay.
All right. So with a nat 20, um, like I said, you were gonna succeed anyways. You were basically rolling for speed of your search, because the longer it would take you to rifle through the body, the bigger chance there is that you'll still be rifling through a dead body by the time reinforcements or additional guards get here. But you pretty much know exactly what you're looking for. You immediately snatch the coin purse off of, like, you cut it off of his belt. You kind of reach into, like, right between, like, his chest and, like, shoulder plate, and you pull out, like, his badge, kind of denoting rank. And you do, like, the absolute quickest pat down. And you do find, kind of, in his kind of side pack that's not really his coin purse, you do find one additional uh, piece of paper um, that just kind of um, sealed with what looks like just a very generic like shield on the kind of wax seal that has been broken. And basically it just it kind of outlines the specifics of the curfew for Midrash, which is basically as soon as sun falls, every citizen needs to be indoors. Anyone caught out on the streets, assume they are there to cause harm and take appropriate action. Like, essentially, it's like you know, there's no one good is going to be out on the street. So if you find anyone, just do whatever you feel like, kind of like a free pass. Um, this could have come from the governor himself. It could be someone else's calling the shots in this town. You don't know. But basically, the piece of paper is outlining the specifics of the curfew. And it would make sense, besides the guards and the one bandit that made it outside the inn, you guys have been the only ones you've seen on the streets, because you got here very much at nightfall. So maybe all this makes sense, maybe not, kind of thing. But yeah,
Everyone,
you do that very quickly. And
everyone, grab their horses. Let's go.
and with a nat 20 as well, I'd say, because I kind of said you can go ahead and grab the coin purse, it doesn't matter, and then when you get a free moment you can kind of look in. We'll go ahead and say you had enough time to kind of give it a peek, and you don't know if his coin purse is full of them, but you definitely saw at least a couple gold coins with the same kind of mint from the Wood Elf Kingdom in his pouch that you saw
I'm going to
on the bandits.
stow it away with in my pack. And then be like, let's wrap this up. Let's go.
I'll follow the party along the rooftops.
Where do I hear the is it just off?
So, you hear some coming from kind of the west, that kind of open courtyard that y'all came into, like the town square, before you kind of went into the eastern part of town. And then you do hear some kind of coming from the kind of eastern. I don't know if I can do a ping in the extension I'm using, but kind of like the along the actual eastern wall. You kind of that distance away, you hear some more footsteps, um, but that is kind of less pronounced. Uh, like what's coming from the west, it's not like a huge like search party, but it's more than just like your typical 1 to 2 guards walking their patrol route. The ones to the east sound more like that. There might be a few at a time kind of coming to investigate the noise, but they're not a group of people. The ones from the west sound more congealed into a party, much like yourselves.
Where's the governor's residence compared to us?
So I would say you probably don't know exactly, but you can probably make a safe assumption. Pretty much the city was kind of open as far as like walls go from where you entered, because there's a wall going all the way around the city. So where you entered, there was that big open space with the town square, and then there was no gate or any walls leading out to this southeastern part of town where you all are now. There's nothing heading towards the southwestern part of town. There is a wall with a gate that was directly north of like the town square. So you could reasonably assume, even though you don't know for certain, that if there's a governor's mansion, maybe he's kind of walled himself out and he'd be to the northwest of where y'all are now. And you also know from your conversation with the bartender in this inn, there's another inn basically directly north of you that is in the northeastern portion of the city that would maybe have uh, someone staying there if that were the case. But I think you got better information from the other guy.
The now dead guy.
Right. Then he could have been friends, decided to run. Duchess
Was not
decided he didn't want to actually run. He wanted to take a nap forever.
Nap time,
Those are
bitch.
really your options. Do you
Yeah.
want to be friends, or do you want to take a nap in the forever box?
Well, he chose the forever box.
He
Who knows?
Actually,
Maybe
he
he'll
didn't.
be.
he
But
thought there was a third option. Duchess just disagreed,
I mean, that's fair.
and one of them was wrong.
and it wasn't me.
Correct.
I love the cat, by the way.
She's my DM, my co-DM.
Co-DM?
Yeah.
Yep.
When I used to meet
She's
in person,
supervising.
she would sit on a stool next to me because I used to have my wife's laptop is what I use like D&D Beyond for, and so I'd have it put like on a table next to me, and she'd just be sitting right behind the laptop, and
That's
so
adorable.
it looked like she had her own DM screen. But yeah. Which
All right.
direction do y'all want to run?
I'm going to go north, where that other scout is at.
Okay.
Try to get away from this mess. If anyone wants to follow me.
Is everyone mostly okay with Fenrir's route?
Yeah, Corin's just gonna follow suit.
Yeah,
I will
I'm
follow Finn. I
following
will
along
follow the
rooftops.
person that will take hits for me forever.
Yeah, essentially.
Well, only until he's dead.
Yeah.
Or re-dead.
Well,
I can't help with that, but
And then, Duchess, you are following along the rooftops, and Shade is going to do the roofs with you.
Okay.
If y'all want to tell us where they're coming from, that would probably be helpful.
as they shout from the rooftop.
yeah.
Well, they don't have to shout from the roof. They could just peer over and be like, hey, they're coming this way.
Yeah, I can tuck down some things.
Yeah.
Going to continue going north along these buildings.
All right. And, so here's kind of how we're gonna play this, and Duchess can kind of decide how she wants to interact with people. But basically, like as we get to kind of like corners of like alleyways, we'll kind of do like a perception check to see like are there guards walking down this alley, and if Duchess is right here, kind of hidden, she might be able to do that more easily
Us.
than you could. But
Yeah.
that's kind of how
Especially-
we're going to approach that.
Especially the person that has a -2 in wisdom.
Oh,
Don't
no.
do that.
I'll keep
I can't help it.
Think harder.
I'll keep close to the edge of the roof so the party can see me, and if I see anybody else, I'll duck behind. Like I'll signal the party and duck behind something, or come a little bit farther onto the roof, so anyone looking just up can't see me.
That's fair. Yeah.
And I'll signal them as we go.
I'll also
what's going on
take
where.
off my helmet and stash it into my my pack in case I need to peer around corners.
Of little
Wow.
children in the distance scream in terror.
I
That's
mean, they
fine.
can't if they can't see my face.
That is
If they can't see anything right there, then guess nothing's over there peering at us.
That is very smart. That is probably the best way for you to get by with your shitty wisdom is
Yeah.
be like,
See, I'm above normal intelligence, but my
it's like I
wisdom
might
to
not
enact on
see
that.
them, but they're definitely not going to see me.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
I can't do that, unfortunately.
Yeah. You're basically
Too well
just,
attached.
You're basically just a normie. Yeah.
Yeah. Unless you try and kill me, then it's hard.
Because do you have like advantage on death saving throws as well?
Yeah. I'm just really hard to kill, is my thing.
I
That's
do
fair.
not have that.
Well, it wasn't.
If you were hard to kill, you wouldn't be dead.
Yeah, she is.
Well,
She
okay,
is
a
now
second
because she
time round.
wasn't before.
Yeah. I've learned my lesson and
Everybody-
become harder to kill.
Everybody gets one.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
It's the best lesson.
There is actually a limitation on that.
Oh.
Type of damage. If somebody takes me to 0 with radiant or a crit, I cannot. It's exactly the same as everybody else.
Don't piss off a paladin.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll keep that in mind.
Oh,
Jesus, please. Don't kill me.
man, it's
Jesus
crazy.
is not part of
Paladins
this
are
one.
against undeath.
It
aren't they?
is-
So there's
it's-
no undeath focused paladins, right?
Kind of funny
Uh.
that Corin says he'll keep that in mind because you do, as you're all running together, you kind of see the fire that was ignited on Corin's greatsword kind of sputter out, which kind of metagaming a little bit, you would realize wouldn't happen until he's basically seized his weapon, or y'all do like a short rest. And as the fire kind of dies down, you just kind of see his sword start kind of glowing with kind of a faint radiant light.
Yeah, let's go ahead. I'm gonna go ahead and re-up my. Since it's a bonus action, I'm gonna go ahead and re-up my my Rite of Dawn now that I'm level 3.
I think
Ooh.
you already have it up.
Well, I have to anytime I change, as far as I understand, anytime I change the rite, I have to take the crit damage again,
Okay.
which is fine. I rolled 2.
That's not bad. I feel like you rolled like a 1 last time. As far as blood
I
hunters,
can't remember what I rolled last
Yeah.
time.
your blood is not hard to use apparently, but yeah. Corin is a member of the Ghost Slayers Order.
What a
He is in the
terrible group to join.
wrong fucking party.
We
Yeah.
talked. We already had this discussion on Twitter. He's perfectly okay with your Caspers and your other friendlies.
Actually, he should be fine with me as well.
Yeah,
You're right.
not
He gets that tinging feeling to try and stab Fenrir when the moment he takes off his helmet and sees nothing.
He's actually the least okay with Lorazis, but that has nothing to do with him being blind.
That's fair.
Just like this guy's just kind of a dick, right?
Yeah.
Like he,
kind of dick though.
yeah. JT
I
might
remember-
not have been in the group yet, but the scout that he became was fully in there when Lorazis was talking about poor people's silver or rich people's silver. How do you gauge money measurements? Gold, platinum, gems, bartering magic items.
Yeah, there are things smaller than gold, and they're just neat. They're interesting. Did you know people use these?
Ooh.
Speaking of which,
You're right, I do hate him already.
speaking of ghosts and whatnot, I will peek my head around the corner and what would be a head.
Right, yeah. Go ahead and roll a perception check.
Do I get advantage since I'm actually peeking out?
I will say you probably won't get advantage on this check, but there will be 0 check to see if anyone sees you peeking around the corner,
Oh, okay.
which would have been the kind of opposed check we would have done if you still had a head.
Well, that would have been great. That's a 12.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, they're not stealthing through the city. The people that are out tonight currently are A, you guys, 2, bandits, D,
You.
guardsmen that are either on patrol or actively chasing down sounds from a previous encounter. Like, there's no one. The only people that would beat like a 12 perception are currently in this party. Like, possibly the only person you don't see right now is maybe Duchess.
I mean, I at this point, she's either with us or she's off somewhere else.
Yeah,
So-
like you have no clue if I'm there or not until like Fenrir just changes course and there's a shadow jumping over a building somewhere.
So
There's a timeline where like we go an entire adventure and assume Duchess is in the shadows helping, but she just missed the bus that day and is asleep in the inn.
I
We
would be
finish the
surprised
adventure,
if it
like good job,
happened.
Duchess, and she's just confused.
The moment we got the note from her, I'm like, oh, she's gone.
It's like, oh, that one just ditched.
yeah, if she's smart at all, she's on her way home. She's decided. Yeah. So with the 12, yeah, you peek around this corner such as you can, and you do not see any guardsmen kind of in
This alley.
this alley.
Would I have line of sight against the alley that's to the north?
You could probably get here, or Duchess, if you want to give me a perception check, you pretty much have kind of if anyone's currently in this alley or if anyone's walking past it, kind of thing.
Oh, I not 20'd my perception check.
Y'all gotta stop.
Bastard.
I just need y'all to stop.
I'm sorry.
So yeah,
I think that was my first nat 20 in this session or
no-
this campaign.
no one in this alley, no one in this alley. But Duchess, you do see just a pair of guards kind of walking past the mouth of that alley. Let me go ahead and put some
Can I
tokens
make
on
a
there.
small cricket sound, either a cricket or a click of some sort to get their attention and like
My
signal a hold?
perception is shit.
Oh no, I'm making this obvious to you guys.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I'm like
Just
very
imagine-
specifically signaling you guys to stop and wait for 2 seconds.
I just find it funny that the rogue trying to get our attention with noises and everything else. Fenrir's just like, okay, let's just continue on.
This is just normally what happens. Yeah, and so you, I guess, with your clutch cricket, they're all going to pause here, right at the little L, and you do see them just kind of patrol past the opening. So they're kind of walking in what looks like a normal kind of patrolling fashion. They're not of the people that are coming to investigate any additional noise. they do not belong to that group of people. They're kind of going about their normal day. If they saw you, they might still try to stop you, but they're not actively searching for you. They're doing
Oh, good. Okay.
just their normal thing. And so, and you want to keep heading north?
Yes.
So I'm going to assume that once you get the okay from Duchess, and then I'm going to assume that your next plan is once you see them pass through the mouth, kind of jump the alleyway and continue on the rooftops.
Oh, yes.
And then you do hear from the south kind of voices being raised and some shouts happening. So it would look like whoever was coming from the west probably came down the alley that you were in, and they've now discovered the corpses. And you do hear kind of additional kind of footsteps and various, people not being stealthy, people, stumbling onto corpses and being like, "Oh man, we should we should tell other people about this," kind of thing. All kind of. Probably would have finished their patrol. Who's feeling lucky?
I'll do it.
What are we feeling lucky for?
So I just need a straight D20 roll.
Oh dear.
Yeah, I'll do that. D20.
I am scared.
8.
Oh, that is not a good roll.
I roll better on a different website.
Then I guess you should use that website.
I should. Unfortunately, this campaign is not on that website.
Oh shit.
I only have permission to have 2 campaigns on that website. I didn't realize that when I was picking tiers.
Oh no.
Duchess, you kind of see them start to double back when they hear that noise,
Mhm.
because it's coming from this general area, and so it was kind of just see like, oh, are they just gonna keep turning the corner and run straight down, or are they gonna come back the way they came? But here is, I'm not gonna say fun
Potatoes.
because it might suck, but for these kind of one-off, two-off guards that y'all might encounter, we're going to kind of resolve any combat that would happen with like skill checks instead, just to kind of uh, streamline the process of like getting rid of or evading 2 people that doesn't require everyone to roll initiative and go through turns. So we're kind of going to be like, I'm going to present a situation, and then you can say how you'd like to resolve that situation. And then we're going to basically roll opposed skill checks. And however much you beat me by or lose to me by is how much damage the losing party is going to take. And we're just going to kind of keep doing that until one of you is down.
We're playing Fire Emblem.
Oh no.
I never
No.
played that, so I don't know.
Sorry. Continue. I got excited.
Well, everyone should
I'm
be
ac-
excited about Fire Emblem.
Yeah.
I've never played it, so
Oh, it's so good.
Be excited about it, it's fine.
I'm actually kind of scared.
It
Oh.
should be fine.
There's also weapon triangles, so if you love rock paper scissors, you're gonna love Fire Emblem. But yeah,
I would like
basically,
to be.
Duchess, you're gonna get a little bit of warning here. You're gonna see them double back, and you know, y'all aren't like sprinting through the streets. You're going slowly through the alley, but it's like the problem that you're presented with now is you've committed to this alley, and you can reasonably expect these 2 are
Is
going to
there there a pebble, rock, whatever on the roof? Something heavy. Wait, actually, hold on. Let me see if I have something. I might have in one of my packs.
I know what I'm
I
going
have
to
ball
do.
bearings. That's what I was looking for. I have
Yeah.
ball bearings.
You gotta love ball bearings.
Do love ball bearings. I would like to take out a few ball bearings and chuck them different place from party.
Okay.
So kind of like
It's-
behind them.
Yeah. So that either they go off to some other alley to look for whatever made those sounds instead of our alley. Or just that they're not paying attention long enough so that we can scoot on by.
Okay.
If that doesn't
So,
work, I always have a shield
um,
made
I'm
for
on the roof
bashing.
for a reason.
uh, essentially, what you're kind of trying to accomplish is like with the ball bearings to kind of mimic potentially who they'd be looking for running in a different direction than where they're currently heading. So they'd go
Right.
investigate.
'Cause I gotta get creative if I'm going to do anything because I don't have spells.
True.
So
Sure. But you also
gotta
might
get
not need.
creative.
You don't need spells for murder, but I like where your head's at. So,
Well, I wasn't gonna murder them.
but why not?
Yeah, but they're not
they
a part
might
of
be
this.
bad people.
They might be, but I know. I also said I have a shield that was made for bashing.
You guys don't just murder because of a might be. I don't even know you anymore.
Hey,
Uh,
hey, I was provoked, and they.
Why am I the moral compass of this?
okay, so I apparently everyone's the moral compass. I'm the other one who's just like, yeah, you should fucking kill these people.
I
Oh
mean,
no, it's fine. I support you.
I
So
can't go around killing everything. I'm pretty sure I'd get fired from my job.
You're fine.
Oh, that is a good point.
technically, you're with one of your direct superiors. Like, if she has a problem with
Exactly.
what you're doing, she should say so. See something
Say
bad,
something.
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
Slap on the wrist. You might even
I-
get promoted. But anyways, yeah.
ooh.
I just think
So
I have my spot.
let's I guess you probably have like two options because the map cuts off because I knew it was going to be way too big if I tried to just make the whole city as one thing. Um, but there is an alley that keeps going up north that you could get them to kind of go that way, or you can try to throw it down here on like the southwestern corner of your building to try to get them to think that there are people running away down this alley where they were going to turn the corner and didn't. So those would kind of be your two options of
I'll try getting them to turn the corner where
Okay.
they already were. So they have to flip around, do an about face again, and that'll take them an extra second or two.
so
Can I get along the other wall and just have my shield ready?
Yeah. Oh, I just
Can I really quickly whisper to the group, like, hey, if we get into like actual serious shit, everybody hold on to me. I have a way out.
why do you have a way out?
You're the DM. Shh.
Okay.
You
I mean,
find out if I need
he
to.
could be playing the part of the other scout.
No one needs a way out, yeah.
No, it's
I mean,
fine.
I'm good, so if you
Um,
guys need to boop off, you're good.
So I guess
I
we'll
don't know if I'll be
call
able to be.
this deception.
Diddly-dee.
To throw some ball bearings and kind of make them sound like people not being super stealthy on their way away from these guys.
17. I rolled a 17.
Ooh, nice.
Okay.
Quit chewing.
Uh,
I have that bad habit too.
it's poking out, right? It's just a little bit. Yeah. So
Oh.
you do kind of see them pause, and he's gonna stop here while she's kind of got her crossbow raised, and she's oops, I'm not even showing that part of the map. and it might have
Uh-oh.
frozen.
Uh-oh.
Let's just give it a quick refresh. Nope, too late. That felt like taunting to me. That's all I'm saying. Feels like taunting to be like, I'm frozen, and then when I refresh, be like, never
It
mind.
moves. Yeah.
I was fine the whole time.
Yeah, don't worry about it.
You're stupid. They got me.
You're just impatient.
I
That
am.
is bullying.
I work in tech. Anything that takes more than like a second and a half, I'm just like, I'm bored with this now.
Yeah.
I can't even test my own code because it takes too long sometimes.
Oh god,
my
there was a
God.
beholder.
Ah,
Don't worry, that's just a placeholder.
decorative. The decorative beholder.
Yeah, it's part of their loading screen, not mine. Yeah. So the little crossbow lady, she's kind of taking a few steps forward while he kind of pauses here, and she doesn't see anything, so she is going to kind of wave him to her, and he's going to take the lead again, and they're going to, I think it,
Can I start shooing the party to be like, go, 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 go?
yes.
We run like hurried cats.
Should we stealth
I-
run?
I
By any chance?
Probably.
that
Like
That is-
hurried cats, they're stealthy.
I again suit of armor.
Should we try to stealth? I think.
I
is
mean,
the
we
thing.
can, but I make no guarantees.
Everyone should try to stealth run once in their lives.
Let's do it.
Whoa, run!
I mean, I'm already fucking stealthing,
Oh,
so.
God.
Just hear a bunch of chainmail.
I just
Just
love
clank,
that
clank, 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 yeah.
Fenrir took
think I'm
issue with the
clanking and I don't know
stealth
why.
part, and Lorazes took issue with the run part.
Yeah.
Uh,
I-
power
I'm specifically
walk.
on top of a
It's-
building, so I'm not seen.
If you do more than a brisk walk, you start to get sweaty, and that's just not for me.
I wish
That's
I
for
could've-
poor people, right? Uh-huh.
Oh my God.
That's for poor people. Sweating is for the working class, okay?
Okay.
That's so real.
I just
I got a
Unless you're a
12.
pervert.
Corin just immediately pegged Lorazes for who he is on the inside, which is funny because his family's so much worse.
Oh my God. I'm crying.
Wait, whose family's worse than mine?
Oh my God.
You're like the good one by like normal people standards. Like if they met anyone else besides maybe your sister,
Well,
they'd be
we've
like,
never met them, so.
these fucking assholes.
I mean, incredible work though, Lorazes. You're the best of a terrible, terrible selection.
True.
I don't know if I have a family yet. I haven't decided.
I don't know shit.
I don't know
Been
fuck all.
decided,
This
I
doesn't
think,
earn
is
his
the
own
best
Darwin
sentence.
Award.
Alright.
Okay.
I just don't know what kind of trauma I want, okay?
Oh, what flavor of trauma you need?
Yeah.
It's always hard to choose.
Yeah.
Alright, so.
Found family
Okay.
PTSD or
So I've got a 7
Probably good company.
from Songshen. Lorazes, you told me you
Oh.
were a 12.
No, that was Fenrir.
Fenrir, you told me you were a 12. Lorazes hasn't rolled yet.
What am I rolling? I apologize.
Stealth.
Stealth.
Fenrir is stealth
How did I miss
running,
that?
and you're stealth running.
18, 19,
Stealth
Like a
running.
jungle frog.
I got
Stealth
too caught
running.
up in my.
19,
Oh,
20,
no.
21, 22,
Disgust at
23,
running.
24, 25, 26.
It is
26.
trying to roll. Hold on.
It is.
I'm not going to be found.
I think I should get advantage on.
Oh! Oh my God.
Please, that's my 26. Help them at all.
Jesus.
I understand it's a 1, but my dice is still physically swirling in the air at 1 frame per second. I feel like it hasn't rolled yet, so just give it more time.
That's fair.
As I turn hardware acceleration back on my browser.
Let it finish.
There's
All right. So we've got
Let
a
it settle.
Please.
It might change.
we've got a 26 from Duchess. We've got a 24 from Shade. We've got a 12 from Fenrir. We have
Oh
a
my God.
7 from Songshen, a 2 from Lurasis.
I don't like this.
You're
Corin,
fucked.
what do we got?
Got a natural 17 plus 2, so 19.
Okay,
Oh,
so
not bad.
Nice.
What about our other scout friend?
I'm probably not gonna roll for him because he doesn't have really anything special to stealth.
Oh, okay.
So, and
Man just exists.
despite the nat 1, you got 2 greater than 20s. Your 19's probably gonna cancel out the 7.
Yeah.
So on average, you're like a 12 plus, I'd say. Where kind of given the current state of the city, no one's going to be clocking you with passive. If anyone is like specifically looking around a corner to see if they see you, they might if I roll well, but I doubt I will. So
Don't. You're gonna jinx it.
Yeah, don't
okay,
worry about it.
um, don't worry about it.
Don't
So
worry
are
about
we
it.
wanting to kind of cross over? Let me.
I'm trying to get to the governor's
Yeah.
place
Yeah.
of residence,
see.
basically.
Is that where we were supposed to go in the first place? Because like
The bandit lit said check the governor's.
I know,
we
but
were
the
like,
guards have
doing
no
it-
clue that the guards have an idea that we're in the city.
I mean, if you want to go to the inn and spend the night and wait for capture, I guess.
Hey, they had no clue I was there.
Technically, none of them know that we were there.
Exactly.
Yeah, they don't know that that was us per se.
So if y'all want to go, if y'all want to go to the inn, we can go to the inn.
Yeah. Technically, all true things are being said.
If we go to the inn, we can do it at like 8 o'clock in the morning. It'd be very rude and wake the governor up at like 6 o'clock.
Okay. Let's
Half
go to
o'clock in the
inn.
morning, my favorite time of day.
I
Well,
mean, if he was a
Well,
proper
wait, hold
public
up.
servant,
to me is like
too.
We
4
gotta
a.m. But
remember because we have a human in our group, so that's 8 hours rest.
I was gonna say we need.
I have a question. Does leveling up include a long rest?
No,
No,
Damn it!
it doesn't increase your HP, but
I do think
I don't
that
care about HP.
where
'Cause
despite
if we
how influenced I am by JRPGs, that is not how leveling up works.
Because if we go to the governor's place now, it'll be
We'll write
very
a
suspicious of
dissertation
why
to
the hell we're there.
Okay.
Instead of being like, oh yeah, no, we're here on official army business and we don't care what time you get up. We have to be up at 4 a.m. for some random ass thing, so you're getting up at our time.
Oh, assuming
12 in
that
the
we
morning.
aren't going to kick in his door with the force of God on our side.
We can be
Boom, baby.
politely rude.
Okay.
We
I'm
can be
sorry.
politely rude.
Fenrir's
Politely
like,
rude? How's
one time, y'all won't let me forget it.
one
You knock on
time?
the door very politely, but it's at like 6 o'clock in the friggin' morning, so you wake them up. So it's rude, but you're being polite about it.
There's no being polite. I'm pretty sure we've confirmed that this guy's skis bag.
We have. It's just at least get him in the house before we start murdering people in the street.
I don't
Again.
murder people. I was attacked.
I murdered people.
I would say one of us murdered people.
Only one of my gods will
What?
enjoy me murdering people.
It was a group murder.
What?
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 Yeah, hang on.
Y'all have gods?
What?
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't have any
Oh,
Yeah.
that I know of.
May
Apparently, it sounds like I have a god that I don't know about.
I don't know either. What are we talking about? Let's go.
Okay.
Uh,
So, kind of before we switch segments, I will say, kind of right here on the very corner of what is visible, you do see kind of the inner city wall begin again. This is probably the same wall you were able to see from the town square / courtyard. Um, it does look like basically this alleyway that you're currently in does go straight across through a couple other buildings, which would also include jumping distance for Duchess and Shade to another rooftop. So if you want to just cut straight across, you would, it looks like, find yourself in another alley.
Okay.
If that is what
We're going to be
do.
alley hopping
Yes.
until we
'Cause I'm
reach the
roof
end.
hopping.
Well,
So,
I was talking about the people on the ground,
Yeah.
not you. Ninjas
Oh.
up the top.
I think
Bet your
this
ass.
is good.
American Ninja Warrior for the win. Alright.
Let's
I
what-
see the end. I think.
I know, same. I was like,
Alright. And so let's add people back here. Okay. This is one of the things that I was hoping I'd actually prepare, and then I just had to do my job all week.
Oh, gross.
Yeah. So
Why would you do that?
Unbelievable.
I know
Mm.
the nerve of
Are
some
you telling me
people.
you can't take naps while you work?
God damn it.
Apparently not.
Ugh.
I want to reply as Lorazos, but Travis won't let that happen. It would hurt too much.
Fair.
All right. So, and I will say, like, as you are American Ninja Warrioring parkour across
Parkour!
these rooftops, uh,
What do you do?
Shade is like whisper laughing to you, like, and you thought scouts would be boring. Hey. Sorry, my cats are attacking each
Hey.
other.
Turn around and just lightly smack her shoulder, please.
When you said your cats are attacking each other, I
No,
thought,
you know what I'm gonna do? I'm not gonna
but
smack her
Duchess
shoulder.
hasn't attacked
No,
Shade yet.
no. I am going to just make my cloak flip up and smack her. That's what I'm gonna do. As I jump, I'm gonna see if I can't snap my cloak.
Okay.
Like up in her face kind of thing, like, wave it all in her face.
Oh my god.
So instead of like an attack roll, let's do like an acrobatics check for this to see if you're able to just like kind of snap your cloak at her as you guys
Rat
are
teller.
like in mid jump.
Just not 20 it.
Oh, God,
Oh my god.
Eru,
need
grant
proof.
me strength. You know what? I'm gonna deck save,
Ow!
and if
Hold
I
on.
nat
I
20,
can prove this. Hold on one second. Damn it, come here. I can. See if I
You're
can
just gonna
do this
trade
without
nat
you
like...
all
20.
showing me proof. This is bullying.
I'm sorry.
Hold on.
mean,
I have
I-
to find the actual camera for my thing again.
Constantly being like, "Hey, check this out." I believe you.
Turn on
Oh, okay.
camera.
Okay.
Okay. Am I
Yeah,
able? Are you guys able to
A
see this?
little bit back.
That's an
Wait.
18.
I had to pick up my thing to do this. It was a 20. I promise you.
Kind of looks like a
Sure.
2 from this angle.
Because like it's a very I can't.
We
Looks
see
like a
it.
zero.
Yeah.
That's wild. I didn't know that could happen.
Because like look how gently I have to shake it to even
Oh my
do
God.
anything.
Yeah.
Like that is the most gentle I have to shake it to even like.
Okay,
Yeah.
we got it.
So
Wonderful.
For the record, I believe you that it was a nat 20, but also if
Okay.
it had been an 18, you
That
probably
still would've probably-
you still would have won, I think. Because what's your acrobatics modifier? Is it +8?
hold on. Actually, I don't know that.
It's 90.
Acrobatics is plus. So 24. All in all, 24.
Okay. Yeah, I rolled a 13 on her deck saving, which I think
Ooh.
she'd get close. but not quite there. I think it put her at 22. So yeah, you kind of are able to snap your cloak, like as she's kind of laughing about, you know, your unwillingness
scouts.
to join her scout troop because they're boring, and now look at how much fun we're having together, and just like right in the nose.
Aw.
Yeah, totally.
You
And-
rat-tailed her nose.
And
Ah, that
like
hurts.
her mask, cushions the blow a little bit, and it wasn't a straight up attack. This could have happened to anyone. Y'all are jumping across rooftops.
exactly.
Things happen.
It's just it's directed toward you.
Do,
You
do
know
we
it is.
Do we hear a snap from the rooftop as this happens?
The well-made
Uh,
elven cloak. I don't think you do.
Yeah, probably not.
Bam.
You
like,
probably
what
do
was
hear the
that?
whistle of it though.
Yeah, you might hear Shade curse. Be like, what the fuck?
Just God damn it!
Yeah. They're like, and you thought scouts were boring. Serena, what the fuck?
Yeah.
And her stealth check goes from a 24 down to a 6.
Oh no.
As she's
She
now,
curses.
yes, she curses the situation she's found herself
She
in.
just curses Duchess out.
Yeah. I thought we were having a moment.
Sorry,
We were.
Like we're never gonna have a moment. You know how I came to be in Marcus's employ.
Yeah, that's why I thought we could have a moment.
Sister
It's like-
bonding.
Maybe not laugh at me.
Sisterly bonding. That's all it was.
When I have fun, I laugh. Sometimes I have.
I
was-
would cackle if this was just a very quietly whispered argument.
I believe it is.
Yeah. Be like, don't laugh at me. I wasn't laughing. Like, well, I mean, I was laughing, but it's like it wasn't like a mocking laughing. I was just like, oh, it's fun. I can laugh when I have fun.
You specifically said, and you said scouts weren't.
Can we
Yeah.
hear
I
the?
was
Like
directed
that
toward
was
me.
that was like a callback to like
I
you
feel-
earlier saying
feel
it
like the
wasn't
group-
fun.
I feel like the group down on the ground is like hearing the silent whispers. We can't understand what's going on, but we can hear it.
I do feel like I'm gonna need someone besides Shade or Duchess to do the perception check around this corner.
I'll do it again.
Please.
I'm too busy
that's an
distracting
argument.
Duchess, so she's too busy
Well, that's-
being distracted.
It's worse than the last one. It was a 10.
Okay. Yeah. Let's see here.
If anyone wanted to assist, that would have been a better roll.
You weren't getting anything from me.
Well, I wasn't talking
Can
about
someone
you.
assist?
Yeah. If anyone else wants to assist Fenrir, he can.
Oh, let's fucking do it.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
will
15.
assist.
Everybody assists immediately.
Would that be him rolling advantage or me also rolling?
Me advantage.
Yeah. That's
Yeah, you could give him advantage, I think. Yeah, would probably be the best thing.
Oh, that's way better. That is a 16.
Okay. Yeah, that is much better. Okay. Give me 1 second. It's going to be a mini break. I'm going to let my cats out of the room because
Okay.
they're scratching at the door.
Let us out. We wish for freedom. They may take our land, but they never take our freedom.
Nah, they could totally take that if
Yeah.
money's involved.
You shut up,
Yeah.
Mr. Rich Pompous Man.
I'm
Mr.
the one who would
Rich
take your freedom. Yeah.
We should talk in the Razzus.
They said that they could never take your freedom, and I said if enough money is involved, you
Yeah, I'm English. We do that for we do that for fun.
Record
Sorry.
for
It's a
family
history.
tradition.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like Marcus would be very disappointed in Shane and I if we got caught
Oh,
for a whispered
new
argument.
goals.
it would be so funny because yeah, I feel like if you came back like having gotten caught in this way, he'd be like, I'm not mad, I'm disappointed to like you, and then to Shay be like, what the fuck happened? How
be great because it'd be like,
how the fuck
I
did this
rescued-
happen?
then it'd be even worse.
It was both of our faults.
I'm not pointing fingers,
Meanwhile,
but
Shane and I just point a finger at each other.
Not pointing fingers because I don't have enough of them.
she said a quip, and Shade's like, she struck me in the nose.
With my cloak.
She booped me. Do you understand? She
Yeah.
booped me.
She booped
Shall I
my
say?
snoot, and I did not appreciate.
It was a snap. It wasn't a boop.
Nah, if it's to the snoot, it's a boop.
But would
Even
it be
if
a
it's a snap.
crackle?
Maybe even a
Probably.
pop.
There was a snap and there was a pop. We're unsure of whether or not there was a crackle. All right. Who's feeling lucky on this one?
I'll do it.
Oh, let me do it.
Oh, okay.
I have hardware acceleration on now. I should. Yeah, it rolls. Yeah.
Ooh.
All right. Fenrir, as you peek around the corner, you do see that there was like another kind of 2-man guard group kind of patrolling down this alleyway in between the wall and these houses. And they do pass by. Like they're kind of continuing south.
Where they heard everyone making noise.
Well, they also appear to be just kind of going about the normal patrol. And with the exception of the very end, when that other kind of pair investigated the ball bearings, you could probably assume that they're going to kind of turn the corner like this. Maybe they're doing like an outer patrol kind of thing.
Okay.
But yeah, they're probably not going to continue south. They're probably going to turn this corner and kind of go east.
When I see them pass by, I'm going to motion everyone to continue forward.
All right. And it's like you're kind of heading north still, right?
Yes. Since we all agreed that we should probably go to the end.
All right.
To be honest, I probably should go to the end because I don't have that much hit points left.
Yeah, you took a few hits, I guess.
A few hits. He says.
I'm sure it'll be fine.
Yeah, I mean, I feel fine.
Oh, you shut up.
You know, as
I'm
fine as I
just-
normally do.
The suit of armor just turns and looks at them. You can't even tell he's looking.
I
Full
can
rotation, like Batman.
not believe that I decided to give myself some crossbowmen because Travis taunting me the last time, and I did not roll above a 2 or a 3 trying to hit people with an AC of 10.
You shot him at me, and
I don't
In
think
cord.
the crossbow shot at you. I think
Did
I
they?
tried to hit Lorazis once.
You
oh,
tried to hit me twice, and it was glorious.
it was close.
Oh no.
I don't need to relive it. We don't need to relitigate the crossbowman and whether or not she did her job and or anything like that. But maybe like Lorazis is a cheater or whatever.
It's okay. I have vicious mockery, so I can make fun of them now when they miss.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, I could do that
Fuck
in real life. You could just
I
go all over other failures we've had in other D&D games as well.
I
God.
personally think vicious mockery should be able to be used as a reaction. In fact,
It probably
Yeah.
should.
I
Can we
kind of feel
homebrew
like
that?
homebrewing that for this campaign.
It's just a D4.
Because,
down.
yeah, it's like, why would I ever want to use vicious mockery when I could just stab you and then say something mean? But as a
Yeah.
reaction, fucks yes.
100%, yeah.
So down.
Makes it
How
OP.
dare you?
Like, especially, like, if they miss on an attack on you. It's just like, it's a perfect reaction for
Oh yeah.
for being viciously mocked. Be like, okay, good shot. That hurt so much.
Emotionally.
Just fucking stormtrooper
Just
over
pick
here.
up the arrow from the ground. Be like, oh, you got me. Oh no.
Goodbye, sweet world.
Stick it in your armpit and like,
Yeah.
oh,
Arrow like in the wall, steps in front of Arrow, and it's like, okay, try again. Like,
Shoot in the same place.
Papa,
do that again, and maybe it'll work this time.
Papa, is that you? It's so dark.
I've come
No.
home.
I'm perfectly fine. That was a horrible shot. You should be ashamed of yourself. 1d4 psychic damage.
Yeah. I feel like everybody should have vicious mockery. It's just if we actually hurt you emotionally, it does.
Just a, yeah,
Yeah.
just a standard character reaction.
Emotional
Instead of
Yeah.
giving out DM inspiration die for y'all to use whenever you want to, I just let you deal actual damage on making fun of me.
Oh, don't.
Oh no!
me.
Don't do that now.
I'm
We're not
so
making fun
down.
of you. We're making fun of the
We're fun of the
characters that missed us.
characters.
No, I'm down to make
Yeah.
fun of you.
Oh yeah, I know Travis is targeted directly at me, which
Oh my
is
God.
fine. I kind of
No.
deserve it.
No, it's not.
I
don't
would
wanna
never hurt
die.
you emotionally and
It's
personally.
payback.
Yeah.
It's payback for what?
How I am as a player.
Oh.
The amount of work I've had to do because of this man.
Oh, that's fair.
Okay. Getting sidetracked.
Yeah, sorry.
Anyway,
We're definitely
yeah.
doing something at the moment.
So yeah, you can pause here. Duchess, I kind of left you here on this corner. Shade's gonna kind of do a little look-see out here. Fuck. I mean, she did really well. She rolled good.
You're the DM. You can smudge some of those rolls.
Yeah. She sees a lot. Actually, she probably does. Even when I roll like shit, as long as it's not a nat 1, it's probably gonna at least get into the double digits. But basically, anyone who wants to percept this alleyway and kind of Fenrir, depending on how you kind of turn your head, you could probably get an eye line on kind of
I
like
can
this little stairway looking thing, and then this full alley.
I just imagine I take my hands, put it like up against the wall, kind of like fingers curled around, just kind of like poking the empty void.
I do have a question. Are you able to remove other body parts? Like if you
I
wanted
believe
to
it's just
take
a
a
helmet.
like if you took a gauntlet off, would no one be able to see that your fingers are curling around the side of the building?
I don't
Could
think
you
that would
just
be
be
possible.
invisible?
I think it's I have to have the full set on me besides the helmet.
I'm
He's just
gonna
a
put
floating-
my
he's just a
hand
floating
on
chest piece
Fenrir's
running around.
shoulders
Fucking
and say
naked
that
from
you've
the,
got
from
this,
the waist
buddy.
down.
Slightly condescendingly, but give him bardic inspiration.
You're gonna give
Are
him
you-
what?
Bardic inspiration.
I
you
don't think
making
I'm
fun of
familiar
Talon?
with that.
I didn't even get to make that joke. I was going to.
I was gonna say I'll help percept things.
Okay,
Oh,
so
you want to?
I think Shade and I have kind of tapered off on our whispered argument.
yeah, Duchess is allowed to contribute again. And Duchess, you can probably do your own roll. I'm gonna assume between Corin and Songshen, one of them might go ahead and assist Fenrir.
Oh,
You said I
horribly! I did
have-
horribly.
Yeah, I'll assist.
Inspiration. You
So
said
yeah,
You
so
sure do.
you can roll with advantage and add a d6 to it.
a
You
D6.
get to see the result
Oh.
before you choose to add the d6. So
That's
I only got 8.
you can keep it for 10 minutes if you roll well.
Well, that would be another 10, so I'm going to roll that D6.
That's fair.
That's a 13.
All right, that is
I
not
only
bad.
got an 8.
Yeah, Shade also rolled kind of shitty, so I'm assuming your argument is technically over, but
Kind of. We're probably still making hand
you're,
signals at each
you're
other.
still a little bit preoccupied.
You're doing the two fingers eye watching signalation.
Like
We're doing like small little sign language hand signals.
like obviously the whispered argument stopped as you because it didn't carry over you jumping across yet another alleyway, but you're still just like better watch yourself.
That's what. Just
Very subtle, like
In my
a very
head.
subtle middle finger.
Oh my god. You just do the arm gesture.
Yep. And she does it back to me. Oh yeah, no, this is a full-on just gesture argument now.
I did not mean to group anyone. Stop it! Oh my goodness.
We're being dragged away by an unknown entity. How does one?
Quit it.
How did?
I'm
did
just
you do
gonna
it?
delete this.
I don't think that's gonna work, but okay. Oh, it worked.
What?
Oh no.
Oh, you delete
You delete the
Fenrir,
party.
Songchin, and the scout, and then Shade
may have
just disappear
I leave for 5
completely
minutes
out
and
of
get
the
deleted.
So many
disappear
people
out of the
are just
void.
Yeah. You're just a very competent shadow sorcerer. So confident that
You make
you disappeared for a second.
along with Fenrir.
To the void. Yeah.
Yeah.
I take victims. Friends.
That is a question. If I don't wear the armor, am I still there?
That is the question.
Yeah, are you something in the armor or are you the armor itself? I think it is.
I'm inhabiting the armor.
Yeah. I'm
My
Uh,
soul is possessing the armor.
yeah.
is
I'm
what it said.
assuming the armor
So
is
does
what
that mean you can
gives him
possess some other piece of armor?
agency.
Yes.
Yeah.
During a short
Okay.
rest or a long rest, I have the option to soul transfer into another piece of armor
So
Mm.
that is being unoccupied.
so keep
Could
your
you
eye
also
out
technically
for
do it if there's nobody? If
You said
could you
it's a long
technically
rest?
possess somebody else if you're given consent?
No.
Damn.
Okay,
I'm
okay.
gonna say that's a very easy way to stealth people.
If we befriend someone who has a really high-end magic shop, and we just fall asleep in his shop, and he has an Ifriti chain on the
Oh my
wall,
God.
listen to me.
Mm.
Oh my god. Are we seriously going to talk about this?
This kind of
This is
feels
a
like
conversation
what
for later.
Fenrir was trying to do back in
Oh.
camp when he was trying to sneak into the quartermaster's office.
I was just
gonna,
trying to pull a prank on him. Really.
because I was just gonna say if he can possess somebody else with consent, or at least share a head with consent,
I don't think
we can
that's
just pack up his armor, shove it in one of our bags, and stealth without the plate armor going clang clang clang.
I mean,
Chainmail.
theoretically, if you get yourself a like haversack or bag of holding, I don't think Fenrir needs to breathe, so you
I
can
do not.
basically just do that as soon.
Shove 'em in.
Be like, just
I don't need to either.
just hop in. You also don't need to breathe.
Nope.
And
Oh, that would be mean to whatever bandits come across us on the trail. It'd just be like,
Dump a
"Ah,
bag
it's a
of-
group of 3," and then it's like, nope, sorry, we have 2 more.
oh, I
Just
think
give us a second.
Yeah, just
think we had talked about this because
Yeah, we talked about
Mhm.
basically on the first session.
I was
pretty
I was
much.
if you pissed me off, I was gonna have a wizard cast like catapult with his bag of holding and just would outpop
Yeah.
30 animated armors.
Yep. That-
And
Yeah.
they're all paladins.
Yep. All smite.
And one's a battle master just because
Oh,
I'm an
God.
extra dick. But
My favorite is dumps out bag of holding, out pops 15 undead and a simulacrum that was casting animate dead to keep them going. Confused.
Oh. If I reach higher levels with my level. Ooh.
so much spook potential.
Yes.
Oh,
But
yeah.
anyways, you do
Back to the
see
game.
technically this corridor is clear, but coming down the center is a guard and 2 crossbowmen.
I'm going to back
Oh.
up, put myself against the wall. And like push Corn back.
I accept that.
I'll back up onto the roof a bit farther, so even if they're like looking up at the roof lines, they won't see me. They won't see me.
Alright.
I don't think I'll be able to gesture to you then.
Well, considering I can hear you and the guards.
Well, if I talk, they might hear me.
Yeah, but if you move, I can hear you.
So there's no one coming from that opposite end.
That is correct.
I'm gonna kind of like point down that alleyway to everyone. Like, go down.
We do that.
We do that. Yes.
Yeah.
We follow the tank.
Hmm.
Yes, always.
Because what's the other option? One of us gets hit?
Yeah.
Pass.
Truth.
Okay.
I feel so used.
Well, at least you're no longer like the tank healer because y'all got a bard with you.
Yes, the bard can also heal. How much? Oh, I still have my full. Wait, did I use my lay on hands last session? No, it refilled
Maybe.
since I leveled
Yeah.
up for some reason.
I mean, it should have at a minimum given you an extra 5, but yeah,
Yeah,
that might be something where it just is like, okay, yeah, you can have it all back. I don't know.
I'm
I
going
also
to
don't
drop
really
it
care.
down to 5 because I'm pretty sure I used all of it on me.
All right. Um. So I'm going to let you do another perception check because this is basically looking up north. This is where Shade was percepting, and she did a very bad job. So I will give you a chance to see what Shade obviously didn't.
I also peek to see if
Come here.
the other 2 guards that were patrolling
Come
down that
here.
way
I didn't
have
see it. Was it obvious?
crossed the corner.
My dice were going everywhere.
Well,
Oh.
stop it.
Perception?
Yes.
19.
Ooh.
Am I also doing perception? Or is it someone else?
No,
No.
it's right now. It's just Duchess.
Just.
1-9.
Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh no.
Oh dear.
Oh no.
So these guards are stationary outside of the gate leading into. This is the kind of same area you're assuming the governor's mansion is. Honestly, Duchess, with you being on a roof, you can kind of see over the wall, and you are able to confirm there's a big house on the other side. So basically, just confirming what you kind of already knew.
Are the guards outside of like a entryway into the inn, or are they outside of an entryway into the inner wall?
Outside the entryway to the inner wall. Like,
Shit. Okay.
and they are like kind of looking at like the approaches.
To the inn.
Yeah. So like the inn is
Okay.
kind of covered in that. Now, granted, this isn't super obvious from like this top-down view,
Mhm.
but the
There are
inn
hedges.
itself is surrounded by hedges. So if you could approach the inn and like get into the hedge mage, you'd have the option to like you'd have to like crouch down as you're moving, but it wouldn't be an automatic sight as opposed to like if you were to cut across like the alley right here. They might
Could
just
we
see you.
possibly, if I can get to Shade and talk quietly enough, she technically talk the guards and be like, "Hey, so we literally just got in. Confirm this with the guards at the front gate if you would like. But we came here. We literally just got in, and we have a like the actual like confirmation from our captain to be here this late at night. Like we are not bandits. We are not civilians. We are a part of the army. We are here under orders, kind of thing. And we can all just kind of troop across on into the inn." without having to sneak into it.
But we also don't know how many bandits have infiltrated the guards.
No, we don't, but it's the inner wall. And the only thing that I can see really being wrong with that and the whole bandit thing would be even reporting that we're here, but I'm pretty sure the bandits know that we're here by the time anyone finds bodies, which is pretty damn quick, and or if the manor has a dead body in it of the governor. So
True.
our cover's pretty much already blown because the guards at the front know who we are. The guards who found the bodies probably know about the bandits now, and the bandits probably know about us now because we're the only ones who came in this late at night who could have made that kind of ruckus.
True.
So
It's a damned if you do, damned if you
Damned
don't
if you
sort
don't.
of thing.
yeah. We're already known, and it's easier if we stayed out of everyone's sight except for these 4 guards and then walk into the inn and no other guard is privy to the fact that we just came from somewhere else. Because as far as these guys know, we just came from front gate.
I mean, not wrong, possibly, but I don't know.
And
It's like I
so
said, unless they've murdered the governor and they're hiding the evidence by posting a guard in front of the door. Yeah.
Seems logical.
Yeah.
If you ask me.
Who would murder a governor?
Hmm.
Bandits.
Bribe them. Like,
Depends on how much money's involved, right?
Oh my god. Oh my
I
god.
mean,
uh,
I would
here
like to
governors
point
are
to the fact
notoriously
that there's
easy to
war.
bribe.
here I am thinking that the reason you thought who would kill a governor is just because you thought, why would you kill someone who's obviously well off and super nice? And no, you just like, why kill someone you
no,
can just pay off?
politicians are only useful if you give them money.
Yeah.
I mean, they could also take his money and then just kill him.
That's just rude.
Mm.
Well, the bandits.
They didn't earn any of that.
I think that's the point of being a bandit.
All
I
right.
don't think I like
Yeah,
that.
earning money's for losers, man. Come on.
It's for the poor people to earn money, right?
That's right, exactly. It's for the plebs.
No,
Well,
my family just earned their money with past action.
What did you do to
Oh,
earn
your
your
old
money?
money.
I'm a member
Yeah.
of the Manaflow.
Colonialism and capitalism. That's how you really earn money.
there might have
Okay.
been some colonialism, but mostly capitalism for
There's always
the
colonialism,
Razes
man.
family.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's go with her plan.
Yeah, I like the
guess.
plan. Let's do that.
So
I'm not a big fan of it, but what do
Shade
we
can
have
deal
to
with
lose?
talking.
um,
Our
Oh, that's
lives.
fair.
you kind of whisper this very quickly because you kind of see like obviously there are moving parts now. All these really have to do is turn left instead of right, and you're
That's
pretty
what I was
much
hoping.
you're
I
making
was hoping for.
a decision.
We're screwed.
I was actually
So
hoping Duchess would do the ball bearing and have him go down the other one.
so Shade is going to look at you after you suggest that and be like, "Do you trust me?"
Nope.
No, but I
Not
don't
at
want to
all.
talk to people, you little fuck.
Oh my god.
Good enough.
Good enough.
Can I catch Shade's eye from the ground and just give her a thumbs up?
One of those like thumbs up, happy, excitedly.
Oh, yeah, I support you.
Hiccup the
don't think-
toothless.
I don't think we can see them
Yeah.
though.
Oh,
Well, you can as soon as Shade starts climbing down.
Climb
Hopefully.
down.
She'll just jump.
She'll do a somersault while jumping off the roof.
yeah, 3-point landing,
Better make
obviously.
that acrobatics check.
Oh, that's a 28 on the acrobatics check.
Sick.
Oh my god.
Best friend.
It's like
She hardcore parkour backflips off the roof,
she does do
lands in a
hard.
handstand or some shit.
It's more along the lines of like, when you do that, like when you're just like jumping down a flight of stairs, and so it's like you bring your knees up, so like you just barely clear kind of thing. But yeah, she's gonna kind of turn to you, Duchess, and Man, I really should have named this guy. He's gonna get a name TBD.
Oh my god.
Marion. There
It's a
you go.
family
It
name.
was Marion.
Coming soon, TBD. She's gonna tell you.
Oh my god.
When you get to the inn, try to see if they have a horse and send him back to Marcus first chance you get. And she's just going to straight up jump, and you just kind of like see her foot connect with this guard, and she's going to kind of like slap the other guard next to him in the side of the head with like the flat of her short sword, and she just runs directly into the courtyard.
Oh.
And they are naturally going to follow her.
All right, so I guess we go to the inn, get a horse, and send it off to Marcus. Or did she say for me to get off the mark? Like, okay, I didn't.
Send
We
the
could send
guy.
the other scout
Yes.
to Marcus.
Yeah, we can send the other scout off to Marcus.
The only name I could think of is clear plagiarism from Lord of the Rings, so I decided to not
I love
go with
it.
that one.
That's why I said Marion.
Why
Just
not?
name him Marion.
I can go with Marion. Marion's a strong scout name.
Yeah.
Isn't
Storm.
there a Mary in Lord of the Rings
Well,
as
that's
well?
Mariodoc. He's
That's MERRY, not
Yeah.
MARION.
Oh, okay.
so Duchess. You feel cobblestones on your feet for the first time in minutes. I keep
A
forgetting.
while.
Yeah, it feels
Place
like
where I
it's,
would know
it
her.
feels like it's been a long time, but it I guess hasn't been that long. You do.
I feel bad. I
Uh,
feel a disturbance in the force when she runs in there.
kind of.
I shove Fenrir in front of me.
Yeah.
As soon as he gets there, I shove him in front of me. I'm like, you have the badge. You get to be first in.
Okay.
Is your helmet back on?
Yeah,
no, I
that's
put it back on before I get shoved in.
Okay, yeah, good, good.
Wait.
No,
wait. You need a head.
You don't understand. People are scared of me.
Hello, fellow specters. How are you today?
Yeah. Hello, I, like you, humans,
I'm a normal human being.
Hello, I'm in full chain mail.
I enjoy your typical human things like drinking
enjoy-
various ales and partaking
And
of
breathing.
food groups and breathing. Breathing is
And
one of my favorite things.
Also sleep.
Hey, if it makes you
What
feel
is-
any better,
what is
people
your
are scared
favorite
of me if they
protein
look me in
chain?
the eye.
Can you believe that sometimes people try to pass off crow as quail? Like, I can tell the difference.
Oh my god.
Oh my god, I'm crying.
I will, however, save Fenrir the trouble and come in directly next to him, though. I just want his badge
Yeah.
showing.
I'm assuming you all are inside at this point.
Yes.
Yeah.
Whether it's whoever's in front is probably Fenrir, but the minute you can get behind a closed door, probably the better. And we'll just
Yeah.
kind of. zoom that
Upon
down
entering,
here.
I'm with my helmet on. Don't forget about that.
Right, yes.
Is there anyone else in here besides us currently? Besides the innkeeper?
It is completely empty.
Okay.
And he does kind of, he looks up as you all. Barge might be a little bit too violent to describe it, but definitely come in a
Stumbling.
hurry. Yeah, we'll call it a good old fashioned casual stumble. He kind of looks up and he's a little bit surprised to see essentially 5 strangers, I guess 6, including Marion.
Good evening, sir. I'm going to start walking up towards him.
All right.
We require some rooms for the evening. We just came into town. Did not know about this curfew. I'm going to pull out my papers, show that I'm with the army.
Yes, the curfew is kind of a new development. Unfortunately, don't have any rooms here. They call it an inn, but really just a bar. Some of the kind of workers from the docks and kind of travelers like to, come in for a bite to eat and a drink and kind of head on their own way.
So there is no inn in this part of town.
Probably the closest we got a chapel on the west side of town. They also don't really have too much accommodations, but they've got some cots they set out in the sanctuary for some travelers.
Probably be best not to go back out tonight.
I can offer you a space in my cellar down below. Won't be too comfortable, but should be quiet. And like as he says that, it's like you can kind of hear that kind of more populous clamor kind of heading up north, kind of closer to y'all. You also hear a good portion heading away from you, so Shade probably picked up a few extra followers after the initial 4 that she collided into.
That'll
Is
be
there
fine
another-
for tonight. How much would it cost for us to be able to use your cellar for the evening?
Well, I mean, it ain't much to be sleeping in. I'd almost feel guilt to be charging you, but to be this
About
desperate
6.
kind of makes me.
How about 10 gold? How does that sound? With no questions asked, and we would never hear.
He kind of takes it from you. He's like, you know what? I've never really been that curious of a guy.
Good man.
Solid answer.
When we get down there, is there another way out of the cellar other than the door we just came into?
Probably not.
No, yeah. There's the kind of one ladder leading up to it, and I actually didn't build a
I
cellar
have, I
into
can
this
just-
one, but
Is there
do
like a
this one.
stick down here or something by chance?
Let's-
Like a stick or 2x4?
Why? What are you planning?
Because I'm gonna wedge it in between the door and the ground, so if somebody tries to either close and or lock the door, it will fall because they'll have to move the stick,
Oh,
and we'll hear the person move whatever it is.
okay.
And I would.
There's actually this useful spell called Alarm that
That
I
is
know
true.
some people know.
Do
Does
you
any of
have
you
it?
know it? I do not.
No,
I don't think any of
I
us
know
know
of
this.
it.
You started out real strong there.
You did. You did, and then you
Just-
fell flat.
I have heard of this spell.
I really
Useful
appreciate the dripping with condensation. That can't be the right word.
Condescension.
condescension.
Thank you. You can just feel the windows fogging up as Lorazes talks.
How many
Oh my god.
He is a
Filters are you
windbag. That is fair.
I mean, I'm surprised
That is
people
your
let me
part.
talk. I was like, why am I going in first? We have someone that's even better at talking to people somehow than me.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
allegedly? That's-
You believe yourself to be very good at talking, and I haven't
Two
corrected
people.
you yet.
I am very good at talking.
If we go talk to a noble, I'm sending Lorazes in first. If we're talking to an innkeeper, I'm sending in Fenrir.
You see a noble.
Anyone, really.
Yeah, you see a noble, that's a nail, and Lorazes is exactly the hammer you need.
Yeah.
Exactly.
You see anyone else, that's not a nail. Sometimes
I
it's a
feel like-
glass window.
I feel like I should mention I'm also good at talking to people, what with being really high charisma.
You have
What-
such high charisma.
What is your charisma?
19.
Yeah, you could talk to people. What do you mean? Why am I
I
talking?
don't
She's
know. Everybody
nervous.
else decided
She-
somebody else
What
was
the
doing
fuck
it.
are we doing here?
She looks sickly, people get distracted. No matter.
Yeah, if they look me in the eye, they might be scared of me because they see
I
the
mean,
demons in myself.
Literally, if
But it's
anyone
fine.
actually peers into the helmet and they'll see nothing.
Yeah, it's fine.
We just need to shave your head, get you a
That's fine.
bandana. It's fine.
I am a
Uh.
vintage of true terror. Oh, that's fine.
Wait, hang
Yeah,
on.
it's
I just
fine.
realised that is
But your
literally the
words are
description.
good, right?
Yeah, my words are great, but on my character sheet it literally says those who look into your eyes can see that you have faced unimaginable horror and that you are no stranger to darkness.
Yeah.
So just don't look me in the eye and you'll be
So
fine.
you had an
As
emo
opposed to Fenrir,
phase.
who look into his eyes and realize they're not there. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's great.
I mean,
You're both going through emo phases that haven't ended yet. We all do it.
hey, I'm very perky. I'm very happy with how things are
You're
going.
very perky. I would describe you as skittish.
Yes, that too. You can be perky and skittish.
Well, I haven't seen the perky yet.
It's funny because my personality traits
Nope.
is I have a crude sense of humor. I am haunted by memories of death, which I do not have currently. And I am always quiet and very polite. Yeah, people are forcing me to talk.
I like my personality traits.
Flaws. I'd rather eat my
no.
armor than admit when I'm wrong.
Yeah. I did not give myself personality traits because I know who I am as a person.
I
just need
can
to
imagine.
Now that was
Fenrir-
condensation if I ever heard one.
I just imagine Fenrir is like that. He whether he doesn't want to admit he's wrong. He's like, I'll eat my own armor.
My
I
personality
also
trait
love
is I
that.
That's
believe
auto
myself to be
cannibalism,
very
bud.
humble.
Yeah. Like, how would that even
Oh, Jesus.
work? Are you allowed to eat
St-
your own armor?
I'll start with the helmet.
Oh, that's fine. That's
What's
fine.
funny is I'm probably the most humble of my family.
Oh yeah.
Like I'm so nice. I'm a disappointment. Good luck meeting them.
I don't want to meet them. I think Fenrir might have an aneurysm if you met them. If he could.
That's a normal response.
I don't know if I have a family. Again, I should decide that.
Neither do I.
What's
can
the
be no
quote?
friend.
Everyone has a mother,
Yeah.
whether or not they're still alive.
You
Is the
definitely
question.
have a
Yeah.
family.
Yeah.
It's just kind of up to you how big that is, and then just realize that you might not remember all of them.
Yeah.
I feel like Fenrir's family is probably long dead.
You don't know. What if you were an elf?
Hey, my family's dead.
That's just because you're a
Okay.
D&D character.
Through
Okay.
age, that
I
probably-
know.
Back to the session.
I have a loving,
And now,
loving,
back to
strong,
the session.
living family.
Loving adjacent, living family.
I have feelings.
Maybe.
So where is the cellar door that we entered from? Because I want to be kind of close to it.
So here's the little like attic ladder that leads down into the cellar kind of thing.
I'm guessing where the it like kind of sprouts out in front of it is where we came down from.
So
So
like right where you are now, it'd be like a hatch that just opens out and like because it's not like a doorway that then leads downstairs. It's like he lifts a hatch on the floor and walks down this kind of shaky ladder and can walk
Okay.
back up with more supplies. So
can I
That's why I was like, I'd like to wedge
I'm gonna
something there.
post myself behind that so I can see when someone
okay.
basically
So they'd be walking
Yeah.
down and you'd be here.
yes, and I
Okay.
would see when they come down.
And you're taking
So
watch.
DM,
Yay, cool.
On a scale from 1 to 10, 1 being sleeping on the dirt with a sheet, and 10
boy.
being what I'm used to,
Oh
how
my
is this
God.
accommodation?
It's a 1.
Oh, 1,000% a 1.
Oh,
I am going
just a
to
spot
attempt to
and-
find a spot and a way to get my tent to pop up. In here.
Oh,
You
Jesus.
will not have Fenrir in it.
What are the
That's
dimensions
just-
of your tent?
10 by 10, but it's also 8 feet tall.
I don't think that would fit.
No way the
Ah,
cellar's 8 foot deep. No way it's
Yeah.
got an 8 foot ceiling.
I
It should just
kind
be
of
squished.
want you to open it anyways.
I
my
would try.
God.
I would be like, it looks like it's close, but maybe.
Okay. So it's 10 by
Just gonna go
10.
find a big stack
Yeah,
of
so it's a 10-foot
boxes.
cube, but it's
yeah.
8 feet tall.
So like this little square right here, right?
That
Or-
corner end right there.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that corner could totally be like It looks like there'd be enough space, dimension wise, not tall. Like, is the ceiling 8 feet tall?
It's probably not.
Yeah, Duchess is just gonna go find a pile of boxes, go hunker herself down, and wedge herself into that pile of boxes.
Is
Throw
the
a
scout
cloak
with
over her head
us?
and go to sleep.
Oh, yeah, he technically is, isn't he?
Yeah, I was gonna wait until the morning to ask him if there was any horses nearby.
Yeah, same. So I'm like, I'm gonna go
Because I'm
sleep.
not gonna send him out when it's like nighttime.
And there's a
when-
curfew. That'd just be suspicious.
Yeah, and the guards are especially high alert now that
Yeah.
Shade
Shade.
is. Yeah.
Highly
And,
understatement.
So Corin's going to be in the absolute opposite corner of Fancy Boy over here in his tent. So he's got that upper
You're gonna be
right-hand
near
corner.
me.
Yeah, just as far away from Fancy Man as I can get.
Yeah,
That'll
Duchess
work.
has
That's
just
perfect,
gone
yep.
poof into a pile of boxes somewhere.
I just imagine everyone's taking opposite corners and whatnot.
Yeah.
Um,
'Cause I
I'm
feel
probably
like
just gonna sit on top of a barrel cross-legged and just like find myself the 4 hours of sleep that I need.
Yeah.
Eyes
Fenrir-
fully open.
Fenrir's just gonna do his normal thing when he it looks like he's just a suit of armor.
yeah.
Like what? Play Sudoku on the inside of his helmet or what?
Oh.
No, I'm just there.
It's even worse.
He just shuts down for a little bit. It's no big deal.
Yeah, he's got the Starfield screensaver from
I-
Microsoft
I-
95 on
I
it.
don't sleep. I don't
Man,
dream. I'm
I
sorry.
love that screen saver.
It's just the DVD where his eyes just like hit corners and just bounce off the walls and whatnot.
You hear him occasionally mutter, "Oh fuck, so close," because like it came so close to hitting right there in the corner and then bounced.
Perfect.
Damn it.
Yep.
Come on, Fenrir, you good? Yep. Don't worry about it.
It's all good.
Keeping watch.
Yep.
Just hear him deep inhale.
It's like it's almost there. Shit.
Um, I
Yeah.
feel like the ceiling is not so low, because you're like 6'7", right, Lorazis?
Yeah.
So I'd say you're able to walk. Like if you hunch, it's because it's like you feel like you're too close to the ceiling, not because you'd actually scrape the ceiling. So you can probably assume at least like 7-foot ceilings, if maybe not quite 8. If it were 8, it would be exactly 8. So I'm not gonna like be like, oh, roll a luck check to see how damaged your tent is when it pops up. I feel like it's just gonna be a little bit smushed, and then the next time you get outdoors, you might have to spruce it up a bit or something like that.
Just hit the
I'm cool
ceiling
with
of
that.
it, make it pop out.
But yeah, it'll just kind of like I assume it kind of goes up like that, and it's gonna be like flat ceiling for your fence for your tent tonight. But yeah, you're fully able to. I'm not sure what the threshold is for you, because like your tent would be probably just like a normal like bed at an inn, maybe slightly better. I don't know what quality of
I said
mattress
the
you
bed
have.
is normal, but like 20,000 thread count sheets.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Like
So I feel like a normal like stay at an inn would be like a 3 or a 4 for you. And like anything that's not an actual bed is just an auto 1.
that's fair.
Oh my god.
Like I feel like a nice comfortable hammock would be pushing a 2.
But it'd have to be a nice hammock.
Yeah. And like the sun can't be in your eyes when you're sleeping kind of thing.
Oh my god.
But yeah,
Oh, no.
everyone is kind of able to bed down. Those who need to sleep do. And I guess Fenrir, you're able to pretty much watch the whole night if you chose to do so, correct?
Yes.
So I
Because
guess it'd
I'm
be
constantly on alert. I'm technically never asleep. I'm just in an inactive state.
I guess it'd be up to the others in the party if anyone wants to take a turn once they've gotten their like 4 hours.
I mean,
Take a
again,
turn
my
once I take my
perception
4 hours.
is only a -2, so what could go wrong?
Yeah.
I'll take a turn.
Granted, it would be one of those things where it's like maybe you wouldn't hear things happening up above, but like anyone, you could have a -5 modifier and roll a nat 1. You're hearing someone walk down the stairs.
Yeah, that's
I
why.
mean, I put
That is precisely the reason why I put myself right there.
So
yeah, and I put something up there that's gonna fall if somebody opens that hatch.
yeah.
So you're not only gonna hear somebody walking down, you're gonna hear a clank on something.
So
So am
let's
I taking the first
do
watch
yeah.
first?
So let's do perception check from Fenrir, and
I'll take the next watch after my 4 hours are done.
What is with this dice? It keeps giving me a goddamn 10.
is that a 10 after the -2 or?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, that's not bad. It could be worse.
Could be a 3 and I get a unnatural 1.
A dirty one.
A dirty 1.
Yeah. A 10 would be enough to realistically, unless they were trying to be quiet, you would hear people walking directly above you. You'd hear probably a conversation with the innkeeper, although realistically he's probably gonna, pack it in. Like there's not much to be said for staying open in a town with a curfew, you know?
Yeah. We were lucky.
Especially
He was
yeah,
probably closing up by the time we came in.
yeah. And so yeah, 10's probably gonna be enough to catch most things. Songshen,
Yes.
while you're doing your normal meditating,
Totally normal.
what do you like when you meditate? Like, what do you experience? Like, do you like, do you see someplace? Do you like go to like a happy place, or do you just like
Um,
fade into the void? Like, what's normal meditation look like for you when you do this?
I think I kind of imagined it mostly like spacing out so
Out
hard.
of body experience.
Yeah, like it could get to that point where it's like, I guess I could technically have the equivalent of like a dream, maybe, but like it's mostly just like I am sat there and I have just brain has like switched off and gone elsewhere, kind of thing.
Right.
And if I start mildly hallucinating with my eyes open, that's fine.
And so you kind of do the normal thing. You find a barrel, you sit on it cross-legged, and you kind of see what normally happens, which is you kind of zone out, and
Mhm.
so you kind of see like your surroundings are still very real, but they kind of become just like blurs, like
Mhm.
like things are happening around you, but you're not actually registering it. And then something different happens this time. Kind of the blurred environment that you're kind of used to kind of becomes clearer in one way and more vague in another, in that you kind of now find yourself just sitting cross-legged uh, on the floor, and you find yourself just kind of in this kind of endless expanse with just this kind of swirling gray mist circling around you and kind of expanding outward for as far as you can see.
Oh no.
And you hear kind of this deep, rich voice kind of laugh, and it goes like, "A bargain then." And the mist kind of disappears, and you kind of come back into the normal blurred environment. And I feel like for a moment your eyes, while still open, like kind of metaphorically snap back open, and you are back in the cellar.
Those who are awake just simply go, oh, for fuck's sake. And I just go back into my meditation, just like, ah.
I just love the two undead people just standing still and occasionally going, God damn it. Fuck. God damn it.
Yeah. Oh. But Dad's probably fine. I shouldn't worry about that.
Of course not.
Nope.
Why would you worry?
Just Loraz just going, oh, it's poor people problems. They're having trouble sleeping.
He's probably just like tossing like the 1 silver in his hand and be like, the things people use. Who
Things
who
poor people
thought
have
of
to do
this?
for God.
The kingdom?
It's been a long time since I've seen silver that wasn't just a part of armor or a sword.
Part of
Which
decoration.
is
It's genuinely like
This blacksmith should have been fired, I can tell you that much.
The quality of the silver is so low.
Oh
It's
my
almost like
God.
it's
I'm
mixed with
genuinely
something.
treating it like it's like a arcade token. Like it's just like this is so neat.
It's just all of our mindsets when we talk about what Lorazes would be thinking is just like, oh, it's either this is cool or what the hell is this?
What's this?
I love that you said arcade token because my first thought was like when people pay in like gold dollars. I
Uh-oh.
Oh
lost
yeah.
fucking
Or
hated that when
$2
I was a
bills.
server. That's like, is this technically money? Yes. Will I ever actually use it? No.
No.
And I couldn't even turn it in at the end of the night. Like technically
Baby
$2
dog.
bills were able to go
You-
through, but
you
I
could
had to,
always give it to Fenrir.
I just had to keep gold coins.
You can always give the silver to Fenrir.
He loves money. He just bribed an innkeeper.
Yeah. He could also use that money to maybe get a better suit of armor.
Yeah. I will say, Fenrir, you probably, now that you're not kind of on the run, you are able to kind of count the coins you pulled off the
Yeah. I'll have a look at
guard sergeant.
Yeah.
And
See how much he had. Is that like a crate right next to me?
yes.
And then I'll be like opening his sack and just like putting all the elven coins that I see in this thing on the crate, counting them.
Oh, well, I'm in my tent. Also,
Yeah,
I probably wouldn't care unless it's more than like 50 gold. Then maybe I'd be like, ooh.
That's
you
real money.
Are you listening to him lightly
Clinking.
go?
Truthfully,
Clink.
if you
clink.
have coins hitting like a surface, I probably know that you're counting money.
And it does
I'm very, very familiar with this.
get right up to the edge of where
much?
Lorazes would care. He had 40 gold in his coin
I'm
purse.
getting there.
Of the
Yeah.
of the elven
Yeah.
kingdom. Oh shit!
And anyone else who looted one of the guards, they had your typical 20.
So he was one of the higher ups for the bandits.
And it's all elven money in it.
Yeah.
So it's even the useful version.
Pretty sure he had somewhat more useful versions, but that's what I was just looking for.
And you do see like he has probably like a few gold coins that aren't elvish, probably maybe around 5 gold, like 30 silver, like some copper. I'm not gonna give you all the measurements. You just want to add like an extra like 6 or 7 gold total kind of thing. That didn't have the elven mint, like what you'd expect for someone who is just like a town guardsman to kind of have at any one point in time.
Okay. So I'm not putting the elven coins with my money. I'm keeping it in a separate pouch.
How much do you have now? Like
Of regular
80
money, I believe.
of elven money. Is it like 80?
I think so. Because how many elven gold did we get from the other encounters? Oh, priest left.
Yeah, he said he had lost audio, so he's trying
Oh, no.
to
Get it back.
disconnect and reconnect.
Well,
Yeah.
that sucks. Yeah, it would have to be like 80 elven gold. Because everybody else would potentially
It's the
have
best
almost
place
the,
to spit.
yeah, potentially the same amount.
I think that's about right.
Because we also
Sorry.
got the gold from the other bandits that we
Yeah,
previously
pretty much
looted.
every bandit you killed
Had about 20.
had about 20. This is the first one that had more than
More.
that.
Oh,
Greetings.
Welcome back, priest. Can you hear us?
yeah.
Okay.
Woohoo!
Woo.
Okay. Yeah.
There we
I don't
go.
know what happened. I just all my sound and everything.
And
All good.
Discord does do that.
Yeah.
it's happened to me a
Yeah.
couple times.
Well,
And I
I'm
went to
back.
go to like settings, and Discord was like, "Yep, that's what you have connected. Do you want to test it?" No, stupid idiot. You're not saying anything. And I just like disconnect and reconnect, and it's like, "Yep, you're still connected using the same things. Do you want to test it?" And then it's like, "Okay, yeah, it works. Why do you even have an issue with it?" It's like,
My
thanks.
favorite thing is like you just turn on Discord after a completely normal like fucking 6 weeks of it working. And it's like, oh man, can't hear anything. That's super weird. And you check and it's like, I've changed all your settings. I was like, why did you do that? I was like, yeah,
I just thought it'd be funny.
it's fun. Don't worry.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't worry about
Don't
it.
worry about it. So, what you missed from while you're disconnecting and reconnecting, Fenrir kind of turned out the coin purse that he snatched off the guard sergeant's body, and it had 40 gold coins that had a kind of minted with it was minted in the Wood Elf Kingdom. That I don't know if we've had a session yet where you've been here. Your character would know this is what they've been finding, even if you might not know as a person. They've pretty much every bandit the party's killed so far has had like 20 gold on them, which is a ridiculous sum for bandits to have typically. And they've all
Right.
been minted with the Wood Elf Kingdom mint. And so the
Just found 40.
yeah,
Yes, it's like-
he found 40 off the guard sergeant. And then if you looted a body, you would have gotten 20. But
Maybe.
yeah.
You keep saying they were just regular guardsmen.
Yeah. Is that not what that's their profession, right?
Maybe. I don't know.
Because there are, three possible outcomes, right? There's a bunch of regular guards, and then there are bandits that have infiltrated the guards.
Or there are guards that have been paid off by the bandits.
There are guards that have been paid off by the bandits. Or, they're just all part of the same kind of group, and some
I
of
like
them got to
option
be
2.
guards, and some of them got to be bandits.
Yeah, I like option 2. Can we stick with that?
Where some of them got paid off by the bandits.
Oh, I don't like that option.
I thought that was option 2.
No, that was option 3.
What was option 1? It doesn't matter.
They were just they were just regular guards.
We
and
know
we just killed them.
we know for a fact that at least there is no scenario where 100% of the guards are just regular guards. because you took this from the guard sergeant.
Yeah.
And all the guards with him were pretty cool with murder up front. So
Yeah.
Murder out the gate.
Yeah.
Which is
Plus-
just rude.
They refused to look at my letter of service.
Yeah, a lot of mistakes were made. And maybe that's what we can chalk it up to. Like, mistakes were made, they're just running a little bit hot.
Or they were just murder hobos.
NPCs can be murder hobos.
Yeah,
There's nothing
that's what
stopping
bandits
them.
are, aren't they? Bandits are murder hobos.
Often, I feel like, yeah. Theoretically, they should be robber hobos. I don't know what
Rob,
like their motivation should be getting money, but not necessarily killing everyone they find their path. But I feel like
out of all the campaigns I have played,
all
the bandits have tried to kill.
bandits have been pretty murdery out the gate.
Yeah, yep.
Yeah, I guess that's typecasting. I'm guilty of it. But anyways,
yeah. Once
Yeah.
I stow away the normal gold that I took from him, I'll put the elven mint back into that bag and put all the other elven that I've collected from all the other encounters into that one.
sounds good. Yeah.
And I will put that in my inventory real quick too. As a custom item.
So, Fenrir, as your watch kind of goes on, like hour one, you do kind of hear kind of a larger gathering of voices and footsteps kind of can kind of be heard outside. It's very muffled from where you are because it's not inside, but you can kind of hear the commotion that's still going on outside. Kind of get closer to your location. It kind of fades a bit quieter in the second hour. Like maybe they got distracted by something else happening somewhere else in the city, or they just decided this wasn't worth checking out. And then the third hour, you hear the kind of commotion get closer to you again, and you kind of hear like a knock up above. This would be where like the front door was, and it finally kind of ends with like this crash, like they had kicked it open, and you kind of hear not too many footsteps, maybe roughly around the same size party, maybe a couple more bodies that you had ran into outside of the first bar. And they are kind of walking around the bar. You don't see any like raised voices or like interrogation, so and the fact that they clearly had to force their way in makes it feel like the bartender probably is not upstairs anymore. He probably went to his own home.
Mhm.
Um,
I kind of get my shield.
Yeah.
And hand on my hilt.
Wake any of us up, or are you just, or has it been past the?
They haven't come near the cellar door, so I'm not going to wake y'all up.
Okay.
And I would say for
Question is, do
like,
I hear any of this? Because I'm
for like Duchess and Songshen, Travis, you
I'm
can
used to having
correct
to
me
listen
if
for shit.
I'm wrong. I feel like you wouldn't be paying attention enough to
Oh, not at all.
make a perception check, but the other two that are kind
No
of
shot.
either trancing or meditating, you could probably make perception checks to see. Realistically, you're probably gonna hear the door upstairs
Motion.
crash in.
Yeah.
16.
Yeah, that's gonna be enough. So I think here's how I'm going to play it.
Just for clarification, am I going to have my long rest done by the time at this point, like coming up here or not?
This is about the first hour.
So
This is early on.
We're at about hour 3, kind of at the end of hour 3 at this point. Well, maybe
Okay,
middle of
all right.
it.
So about
So
midway through for yours.
you would not yet have
Okay.
gotten it yet.
About the end for us.
Correct. I should have planned it a little bit better, but we're just going with it. Okay. So we have a +0 to this roll. I'm basically just going to roll an investigation check to see if they notice the cellar door, and if they do, if they notice that it's propped open
Slightly
is the
ajar.
wrong word, but yeah, not laying fully flush with the floor. Can't make it up. That is a natural 1.
Woohoo!
Like you,
I hear them like get close to the
like
cellar door.
they're fully in the kitchen, walking around. I mean, they're probably inches away from tripping over the cellar door, and
Fenrir's
you
grip is just tightened when they get near it.
Yeah, and then you hear the footsteps kind of fade back away. The door is kind of closed, such as it can be. You hear it just kind of banging a couple times against the door frame.
Like they're trying to put it back in place.
Yeah. And it goes quiet again.
At this point, Fenrir just for the last hour, Fenrir's just gonna sit down, like back against the wall, and just slide down into a seating position.
And then hour 4 passes by, no issue whatsoever. And I'm gonna roll.
Duchess is gonna curl a little bit closer under her cloak and palm one of her daggers. And just, if something startles her,
So if I come over there and try to wake you up,
oh yeah. Nobody asked Marcus about that hole in his shoulder now, did they?
Yeah.
nobody. I don't think.
I
we
mean,
can
he
see it
doesn't
either.
still have a hole in his shoulder, but
He's also wearing armor, so we cannot tell.
that's
Gotta
what
hurt,
having
though.
multiple clerics in the company is for. But yeah, Duchess is a light
Stab
sleeper.
happy.
A stab happy light sleeper.
I am not.
Yeah. What
Razes
happens when
just
you're
don't give a shit.
Lorazis is
Lorazis-
a heavy trancer.
Yep.
Heavy transfer for 4 hours.
How are you feeling?
5 if he ate too much for dinner. Yeah.
Oh my god.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah. Then he'll take the 4 because he didn't eat anything.
Yeah. So, and I guess at the end of the 4 hours, all of my
Weird.
all of my annoying children get their long rest.
Yay!
But
Thanks, Dad.
you do kind of in the next 4 hours, nothing really gets as close to what you experience in hour 3. No one else comes in the inn. I'd say with your 16 and kind of your increased awareness, Duchess, you probably hear some muffled conversation outside that's still loud. Like, we already searched that one. And then the footsteps,
Can't you tell the door's broken?
Yeah.
Right.
And so, and
Just can't wait for the barkeep to come back and find his door broken into.
We are so reimbursing him for this shit.
Yeah. Fenrir is definitely going to do that.
and
Yeah.
technically, what you gave him would be more than enough to pay for a new door. But yeah,
Probably a reinforced door, too.
something a little bit harder to kick in.
Yeah.
And at the end of the next 4 hours, Corin, you are also able to get your long rest completed. And
Sweet.
we will go back up to,
At this point, is it daytime?
yeah, so I was not keeping track of hours. I feel like I said you got to town around 9 to 10, and it was probably less than an hour
Or he
between
murdered people.
arriving in the city and getting to the cellar. So it is somewhere around 6 to 7 a.m., depending
good.
on when you all actually did show up in town. You probably bed down within the hour kind of thing.
Okay.
All right.
So
Well,
it'd probably be about
Seven.
6
And we'll,
to 8 in the morning.
correct, yeah.
Okay.
And we'll kind of get all of
we
you
need to get a horse
into
out
the
to
kitchen.
Marcus.
Yeah. The moment we come up, I'm going to look to see if the coast is clear and if the bartender is back in.
Probably.
We need to send it off to Marion. Or we need to send Marion off to Marcus and be like, Shade did something. Don't know what, don't know if she's captured or not, but she gone. And we probably
Oh,
need
yeah.
to
Can I,
do it
while
on that.
we're still doing that, could I write a letter to Marcus explaining the situation as well while the others sleep?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
And I'll hand it to Marion whenever he wakes up.
So you do, you can probably like peek out the kitchen door and see
Yeah.
that the bartender he has not come back yet. I
I'm
guess
gonna,
it's probably a little bit early in the morning for when he would be opening up shop.
yeah, I'm going to, the moment I come out, I'm going to the counter and placing 5 more gold.
Very generous of you.
And then
And
I'm going to go to the door and cast mending.
okay, yeah, that is more than allowed. And you do see it's basically just like leaned up against the frame, closed, like a stiff breeze would have caused it to fly back open if it hadn't been just like nice, cool, calm weather outside.
Fenrir's just shaking his head like, if I find them, their heads will be on pikes.
So as you go to fix the door, Fenrir, give me a perception check.
How's that? Okay, that's not bad. That's 13.
Okay, yeah. So it is still very early in the morning, but you do notice that the streets aren't empty, but it still seems to be pretty much just soldiers. Kind of patrolling the street. It seems to be, if shifts were split up, yesterday between like night shift and day shift, it almost feels like the full kind of garrison is
Out
out
now.
today.
Yeah.
But it is still very early in the morning. They could still just be on kind of a heightened awareness kind of patrolling schedule. It doesn't mean curfews being extended into the daytime now kind of thing. But you do currently only see military men and women
Yeah, I'm going
out in
to
the streets.
kind of try to keep out of sight while I do the mending, fixing the door. You know, not be obvious that the door is somehow being fixed itself.
Right. The wood just stitching itself back together.
Yeah.
We're not at fault for that.
We're not, but still, Fenrir feels bad for it.
The list of things y'all are at fault for in this city is pretty low.
Yeah.
I will account for I was rather loud. That is on me. That is my B.
Yeah, the journey between one bar and the other one may have been exacerbated by Fenrir. But other than that, everyone else had it coming. Except for this door, which was innocent, but also not your
Or
fault.
the bartender.
Who was innocent, and hopefully not your fault.
Who probably, hopefully, got home safely.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'll wait about maybe an hour or two, keeping an eye out for the bartender while trying to stay out of sight from the guards. I'll just do my normal pose whenever by the door. So it looks like I'm just a suit of armor.
Decoration.
Yeah.
Yeah. And kind of while you're doing, is there anything else anyone wants to do between now and either the bartender getting back or y'all heading back out?
We can just straight up send Marion and I go with them, find a horse or something, and come back to you guys.
Yeah. Because they're probably looking for a large group.
Yeah,
Plus,
and
is the curfew over at this point?
I would say so, but I wouldn't recommend moving about in a large group.
Yeah, that's why I'm posted here for right now.
Yeah,
I mean, if you're gonna go find a horse, I'd say do it, but keep a low profile.
yeah.
Unlike me.
I do have army identification on me somewhere. I don't wear it out on my clothes though.
You probably do have that letter of army service.
I do. It's somewhere in my bag.
Pretty sure everyone has that.
It's either somewhere in my bag or stashed somewhere in my clothes where no one can see it.
You'll probably need to get it out because that's probably a good thing to have handy.
But also it might not because they might be looking for somebody with army identification
True.
and then calling us frauds and impersonating the army, which is a very bad thing.
True. Plus, you're
Sure.
both scouts
Yeah.
or stealthy people, so I'm pretty sure y'all can
Yeah,
roof hop.
don't call Duchess a scout. She'll cloak snap you.
Hey, I took it back. I said stealthy people. Plus,
She's
it
a
would.
lot
I
more
don't think it would hurt Fenrir.
she's a lot more cordial with the party than she is Shade or Marcus.
Is that
So yeah,
she,
the moment
she
we
did
got
not
up, I
want to be
handed.
here. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the moment we got out of the cellar, I hand Marion that letter. Tell him to deliver it to Marcus.
I guess Marion and I will head off, find a horse, get him to Marcus.
And he's gonna pop out one of the kitchen windows here.
Hopefully not busting it open.
Right, you know.
Follow him.
they just open, yeah.
Fenrir goes over there sadly, puts another gold down on the fucking counter. He's like, God damn it.
You guys can't keep doing this. This one is our fault.
Yeah, it is.
Just action movie bust through the window scene.
I just keep Wreck-It
Do a-
Ralphing with my own NPCs. Like, all of you are just the most courteous, cordial people, and I'm just like, nope, fuck it. This guy makes a mess. So
Like
does
I
this
require
guy.
a certain amount of chaos in my campaigns, and if you guys can't provide it, I will provide it myself.
I was promised shenanigans.
Hey, I did a very big shenanigan last session. Let it be known.
Yeah, it's fine.
Think that counts as 2 shenanigans.
I'll allow it.
So I'm good for this session. Next session.
Everybody
More.
gets one. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. So Marion and Duchess are going to kind of try to
I don't
keep a
like
low
splitting the party.
profile.
I don't like it either, but
Look for because theoretically you came with horses, so you know there are horses. It's just a matter of
Getting to the stables.
finding
Where they put
where
'em.
they would be. Yes.
At the stables.
yeah,
Right.
but they could also be watching those exact horses because there's probably identification on those horses.
True. Very true.
Because I'm sure the army's gonna want their saddles back.
Also very true.
Also, they're probably war horses. So, party steeds.
We came from a smaller town, so they're probably normal horses.
Well, they're government issue.
Yeah, which means
Yeah.
either big drafties or
At least speedy ones. Speedy Gonzales.
yeah.
I feel
Oh,
like
next
Shade's
mount I
horse.
find, I request a mule.
Honestly, that might be a harder request for Marcus to fill out, because at this point it's like, besides Shade, who probably has her own, it's just like
I
on
mean, like,
loan of like some of the
I don't
mounted
mean getting
knights in
loan.
the
I mean,
company.
like, when I go out and find a mount for myself, I want a mule.
Why do you want a mule?
She needs
Well,
something
they're
as
as big
stubborn
as
as she
horses,
is.
and they're more sure-footed.
Oh.
They're just straight up hardier animals.
I also agree with our lore god's statement.
Okay. I will kind of let you drive the navigation, Duchess. And then
Alright.
while we're doing this, if anyone has anything they want to do as part of the party that's still in the inn, just speak up, and we'll split
Yeah.
screen time. But let me bring up some shit just to see.
I'll also take out the 2 feathers in my hair too and stash them in my clothing.
Be a little bit less recognizable. Always a
Yeah.
good thing.
Because
Shake out some of my
leveled
hair a little
up
bit.
with this as well. Do you think the holy symbol that I'm not wearing resembles more so of the goddess of death?
I would say that is up to you,
Okay.
because I
Which goddess?
You shut up.
it's no big deal, unless you're a person.
Oh, I'm an elf.
Yeah.
That's rough.
You're
So-
not a
I'm-
person.
I'm
much better
arguably
than
not a
those things.
person.
Well, I believe only one other person would actually probably be able to tell what this is, since they have encountered it.
Oh,
You guys are much more blatant than in my other games. Everyone's so obtuse and like
our campaign's super secretive.
I
I'm
keep trying to tell you my
you're
backstory,
very
and nobody will
blatant and no
listen.
one gets it, and I
I'm
love it.
fully out in the open.
And no one knows. It's the
So
best.
I will say, the other thing too, no one else besides I'm assuming Song Shen would know what this means, is not all the way true. It probably still not like your average person knows it, unless they're pretty superstitious. because it is kind of a fairly famous religious symbol. It's just seen a lot less nowadays. But like anyone with like historical knowledge or religious knowledge or their family were superstitious and this knowledge was passed down through their family, they would know it. But you are mostly correct, and like your average person off the street would be like, "Oh, that's a cool little cross thing you got going on there. What does that mean?" And then you go,
Oh, it's
"Don't
just
worry, don't worry about it."
don't worry about it. It's
I
okay.
I tried to do a ghost voice, and I ended up turning into a half Batman.
Don't worry about it.
I've got a lot of work to do if you guys ever go to Fenrir's goddess. Swear to me.
Swear to me. Where are the drugs going?
That's the other thing is I won't even be doing Christian Bale. I'll be doing Pete Holmes. Harvey Dent. Can we trust him?
Oh no.
Yeah. So, anyways, I will let it be up to you how obvious of a holy symbol yours takes shape of.
I would like to think it'd be kind of like a mix.
It might be one of those things where because your goddess knows, and so like when you look at it, it's exactly what you're expecting to see, and then when someone else looks at it, oh, that's kind of weird for you to be worshiping the god, the elven god of balance or whatever. But whatever, it's no big deal.
Yeah.
Most paladins like the hero, but I guess you're not most paladins, kind of thing.
Nope.
So,
Not even close.
oh, I kind of forgot what I was doing. That's always what you love to hear.
Duchess. Sneaking.
Yes.
Stables.
Making yourself less obvious and taking feathers out of her hair, and maybe she doesn't like it, but she'll take off the flower crown for the sake of skies.
You could probably mostly obscure the flower crown by putting your hood up, and you could, blame it on the morning cold, as long as it's not like
Okay.
super tight around your face, so you're clearly being
I'm also
obvious
gonna
about
shake
trying
my
to hide your
head.
face.
Why are you wearing
Yeah,
a ski mask? I'm not wearing a ski mask. Pretty sure
I'm gonna
that's-
shake my head a little bit, and I'm gonna have some hair fall kind of like so you can't really see my profile, kind of thing.
Okay.
So like
yeah.
even if you do look in the hood, you're like, oh, it's not closed around, but she's got hair, and you can't really see the profile on my face, kind of thing. Hi, baby.
I'm
Come here.
not
Whoa.
gonna lie, and this is no
Hun
one's
buns.
fault but my own.
Honey.
But I don't know
Where
if
the stables are?
I don't know where the stables are.
They are somewhere.
They are somewhere.
They're somewhere.
For the full city and just let me plot my map out.
Yeah. There's
Plot out my route.
so I mean you probably have a better knowledge of the city compared to a good portion of the rest of the party since you're running
Hold
on the
on.
rooftops rather than through the
That's true.
alleyways.
Okay, so I just went and looked at my background because I just remembered something. Feature city streets. I know the secret patterns and flow to cities and can find passages through the urban sprawl that others would miss. When I'm
Oh.
not in combat, I and my companions can travel between any two locations in the city twice as fast as my speed would normally allow.
Oh,
Okay.
that's actually pretty cool.
It is. It's really nice.
So while I guess that probably wouldn't give you knowledge of where the stables are specifically, you are able to like you see an
There.
alleyway, it's which way the corner is going to kind of go. You're going quickly through the city, which means it's going to be a lot easier for you to avoid patrols because you're able to. You're moving at a much faster, confident pace.
Mhm.
I would say, because it is probably not going to be up here in this section of the city where you are, because otherwise I feel like you would have passed by the guards leading your horses, and I'm just not ready to retcon that yet. So, yeah, it's probably not up
bad.
here,
We're sending Marion to die.
but not necessarily. The
He's
fact
going
that
alone.
the fact that you're with him now means that you're probably not sending him to die. Once he gets on the road, his safety goes up.
That's what I mean.
The danger goes up.
Yeah, so I was
Well-
like, I feel bad. We're sending him to die.
I guess it depends on if that other band of bandits comes back across the bridge or not. But we don't have to
True.
worry about that right now.
Cross that bridge when we get to it.
So I'm gonna say, do you
Player to
want
DM
start?
question:
Yes.
how fast do falcons fly? In this, do they fly faster than a horse can go?
I want to say typically.
Because it's more like as the crow flies.
Let's see here.
I would say if the horse is going max speed, it'll probably be about the same.
Yeah, but the horse has to follow the road. A falcon can just
Beeline it.
as the crow flies.
These falcons are
Because chances are the stables and the aviary are probably kind of next to each other.
Not wrong. And we should
Fair.
also
And
send the scout back to him as well.
Well, yeah, so I plan on it, but I plan on sending hey, we have a scout coming back to you. If he doesn't arrive within 2 days, he fucking dead.
So let me report to you on what has happened.
We all died. Please send reinforcements.
So if the scout has the full report, I'm sending you the bullet points. If he's not
Please.
there, you need to go find that report.
Please help or avenge us, depending on when you get this letter. By the way, I still kind of hate you. Yours, Duchess.
Exactly.
I send a.
I've been spending a lot of quality time with Shade lately, and it's made me realize that I want to be even worse.
Want to be the worst.
I flipped my.
Shade's a bad influence.
I realized I'm not even close to my full potential when it comes to fucking with you.
Let it be known. Also, Shade drove the guards away from us. She could be dead as well.
She also might be dead. P.P.S. She
yeah,
also
she's
might be dead.
He's gonna be like, "Oh shit! What the hell?"
So
I will
they
send
do-
along. Can I send along with that letter? After I find a falcon and we get. I'm
Just a
definitely
drawing, just a drawing of a hand with the middle finger on it.
No, okay, so let's get to the stables first, and then I'll deal with the whole falcon thing.
All right. So, God, let's do stealth. We'll just kind of do a stealth check. Because with you using your urchin feet, we're just going to assume that if you're moving quietly, you are moving around the corners. Somehow,
Why are you rolling?
I was checking. I didn't mean to
What
click,
is
and it's fine.
still in the inn. Loraz is just like, I'm so glad that we all made it through the night alive.
And
You
that
are
one-
my friends. Fenrir,
Now
how
who's
much
gonna cook
money
for-
did you give the barkeeper? Because these taps are just lying unattended.
No, no.
Give him 10
Now who's
gold for
gonna-
what we gave him.
Now who's going to cook for me? I'm hungry.
Oh man, I can't wait till Lorazis learns Unseen Servant.
Oh my god.
I
He's
just-
just gonna use it for everything.
I have to imagine there's no way Travis justifies not learning that spell.
Wait, which spell?
No,
Unseen
nothing.
Servant.
No, don't tell him. It's gonna make it worse.
I would have had it.
If you didn't take Bard.
I didn't take Bard. That is 100% correct.
No, warlocks have them too, right?
Yeah, but you have so many less resources. I'm not going to go Warlock for a set. Wait.
Well, you might. Spoilers.
He's like, wait.
Shush, shush.
Don't
We're
worry
getting
about
too
it.
deep. Don't worry about it.
It's a good catchphrase for any campaign. Anyone out there?
Don't worry. I just
So
imagine it's the slogan for every campaign. Don't worry about it.
Yeah. Don't worry about it. This will
It's
work.
fine.
This will work. Don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it.
So
Mom.
the actual person for the stealth check, Duchess, how'd you do?
It's 26.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
You are fucking invisible in these city
Ooh.
streets.
Oh my god.
So to avoid overloading Chrome, you are able to find the stables and sure a falconry. Did not intend on a falconry, but it would make sense.
Oh.
People send messages,
Well,
right? This
yeah.
might not be a port town,
Um.
but it was a trade city. People sending messages. There's probably a falconry. It is right next to basically the barracks that houses the majority of the off-duty guards. So you are as close to danger as possible, but you're also invisible. So, kind
It's a coin flip.
yeah,
Okay.
it's a wash.
So I'm going to see if I can't get somebody to send a Falcon. I'm going to write the note of hey, I'm sending you back Marion. If he doesn't get there within however many days it is from Nadash to Gesh, please
We
go
have
looking for
to-
him. Here's
Didn't we
a.
Didn't we have to camp along the way?
That's why I said how many days it takes for it.
So it would have like on foot. It was gonna be like maybe 1.5 days, and so when y'all requested horses, I think we knocked it down to like an 8-hour trip, which is why you got to the city basically at like 9 or 10 o'clock.
Oh,
Okay.
I th-
And
think maybe it was something else.
so I will give him the bullet points of the report. I will say I'm sending back Marion. If he's not there within the day, you need to go looking for him on the road. And I will fold that up, and with that, I will put a orange lily and a bittersweet. And I will send it off. The bittersweet stands for truth, and the orange lily stands for hatred. So I don't even put in like the, oh yeah, I still don't like you, your regards. It's the, I hope you know what this flower means.
I can't believe you were
Judgmental hate.
somehow more obvious and yet more subtle than what I had joked about you doing. I mean
That's
that's
actually smart.
That's a great
Smart.
sweet spot to hit. I did not even
'Cause it's
realize
also-
was possible.
Yeah, because it's also the it came from me because I'm the one who sends those kinds of flowers with my goddamn reports.
I actually would have thought you would be the person not to send reports.
Well, it's
Well,
like she's-
unfortunately, I am sometimes forced to send those kinds of reports, so I send flowers with them,
and they have meaning.
and they do have meetings. So I essentially told him that, hey, this letter, what I'm sending you, is the truth, but also I still hate you, by the way. Yeah. Like,
That's good.
I don't like you, but I'm sending you the truth right now. So, do with that what you will, and please go save Marion if he's
He
hurt.
doesn't show up.
Yeah, please, if you don't show up within 8 hours, go looking for him, please. Because he has the full report that I did not write.
Someone who writes reports for it.
I will
Yes.
also, however, send Marion off with a bittersweet flower as well.
And
But it's
It's tucked
signed
into
from
the thing.
Fenrir.
It might be signed from Fenrir, but hey, he knows it's the truth now.
yeah, the orange flower is the one that's hatred, right?
Yeah. A orange lily.
Orange lily's hatred, bittersweet is truth.
According to the chart I'm looking at.
That actually sounds about right. Yeah.
You have a chart?
Truth. The truth is bittersweet.
Okay. So
We'll make my way back to the.
yeah. So here's kind of how this is gonna kind of end. God, I'm not even doing this intentionally. Well, I am. I do everything intentionally. I don't have to do anything I don't want to.
You're the DM. You can do whatever you want.
But I'm just trying to brainstorm, like the possibly best way for someone who now has a horse to still not get stopped by guards, because he probably won't be able to benefit from your urchant feature as much.
I can go with him to the edge of the gate and then make my way back.
Distraction.
Distraction, yes, because I think he's gonna steal all of them.
What?
All the horses?
Oh, all the army horses. Okay.
Yeah, and just kind of start like a stampede down this alleyway, and he's gonna kind of do that thing where it's like you're riding on the side of the horse, and like he's in the
Yeah,
middle.
that's actually smart.
And
Not
you
just
know,
our horses, but all the other horses as well.
and no one's gonna jump in front of a stampede of horses.
Yeah.
Everyone saw what happened to Mufasa.
Weren't those not
They were
horses, though?
hoofed creatures.
They were close enough, yeah.
Close enough.
It hits the
Dogs,
same.
dragons, whatever, same thing.
Long live the king.
Yeah. But with
Legendary.
that, I'm gonna say Duchess is able to make her way back to the end pretty much no problem.
Upon seeing the stampede.
Yeah, I will have to decide the state of the town once the kind of dust settles on. Why not? I'm just gonna.
Roll a d2 or flip a coin. I'm used to like roll 20s,
It's kind of
where
funny.
you can
'cause
actually just type in what dice you want to roll, and it allows you to do a d2.
I can technically do. No, I can't. No, can I? No.
Flip a coin. Heads, the town is kind of not in good shape, and tails, the town is okay. It was just more running of the bulls kind of destruction, and not Mufasa herd stampeding destruction.
So people died.
Yeah, we'll see if
Dumb
die.
people died.
Okay. Well, or surprise people died.
Probably some poor people too, so it's fine, right?
Oh my god.
We don't
I-
care about this.
I feel bad because Travis's backstory has Loraz's being like kind of coming to terms with the fact that maybe his family's terrible and he wants to be better, and I feel like I just keep pushing him towards being terrible.
Not.
Like I feel like it started as jokes, and now it's like he literally doesn't know what money is, and now it's like, yeah, poor people don't matter.
Money for sure. But yeah, no. It's fine.
There's still, yeah. You taking a bard class, that's good. That's a step in the
Yeah.
right direction.
Healing people.
You're
it could-
thinking of
Father would be
people.
so disappointed.
Exactly.
It could be in the wrong direction depending on how you view it.
I genuinely think I'm doing good.
I mean,
I don't think you're doing bad.
yeah,
Being
he's
not
doing-
terrible and being petty and oblivious are not mutually exclusive.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thinking
He's doing
people deserve
okay.
rights.
Oh my god.
Like
I do. They do deserve rights.
one
They
of
just
your
need money. For
yeah. One of your
Oh.
favorite people was your babysitter? What's
nanny? Yeah.
Nanny. I was like, what was her role?
Same
again?
thing.
And then you realize that elves, especially high elves, that you know, might not be the best people.
Yeah, why did they hire halflings and humans to do like all the maid work, and why not just less privileged elves? Oh yeah, the humans don't stick around long enough to form attachments.
Oof.
Oof.
Oof. So mean.
Yeah, he is
Damn.
That realization is what made me go, maybe I'll just go out on my own. And,
just like see what else is out there.
yeah.
Yay.
Yeah, join the army.
That was a what was that? I was trying to prove myself, and it was like the flyer where it's like, prove yourself, and it's like, I can do that.
Oh my god, that's like our first campaign where we saw that flyer that was like, you will gain experience, like life experience. And Ophelia was like, yes, that's what I'm here for. I was like, oh, fuck's sake.
We love life experience. Yeah.
Mhm.
So I'm gonna try to not keep pushing Lorazes into a character arc where he just becomes his father and let him
Oh god.
and let him grow into an actual person.
I mean, it's still fun if you try to push him every
Yeah.
once in a while.
Because it's very
You
fun to think of Lorazes thinking of gold as rich people copper.
Yes.
And just
Also
because
very accurate.
that's what you use to buy everything.
Well, yeah.
But then also be like, well, with the exception of the mayor from Gesh, mostly be courteous to people that you interact with because they are people.
Unless they prove they are incompetent,
Yeah,
like the
Like the
mayor.
mayor.
Mhm.
that's true.
My
I guess
like I was
threshold for
lovely
that
there.
might be low.
I
but-
haven't seen you be truly condensating to anyone that wasn't a bureaucrat.
Oh,
that-
dude, they
Feeling
totally
overwhelmed by
deserve
That
it,
was canon. Because I feel like you say things to Fenrir as Travis that doesn't quite make it
Oh,
into the game.
90% of that, yeah.
Yeah, I was going to say, I was like, wait a minute.
No, Lorazes highly respects Fenrir because it's like, oh, you're going to take the hits while I sit back here and do things? You are the greatest person to ever live. You stand in
He's
front
still
of me.
trying to get into like Duchess's good graces because of her name, whereas he finally freaking realized that she is nowhere near the actual rank their name is.
It's one of those things where he doesn't want to like necessarily offend you because he thinks you are of the higher echelon. But
Oh god.
yeah,
You've been holding your tongue about like this is not how a noble woman should act.
yeah, but like, what is it my place to say that? And, like,
Yeah. She's
So
the
if you don't really
Duchess.
want to offend me, can I just give you like the disappointed mother look and you'll just shut up?
oh, maybe that'd be bad. Don't do that. That might trigger things.
PST.
Because I was gonna say, if that's what happens, and she just give you a mildly annoyed stare, you just gonna like be quiet?
I might like my eyes might glaze over and just be like me thinking about my father again.
PTSD. He goes back to his house.
Because I have a feeling at some point Duchess is just gonna look at you, the really sardonic look, like, please just be quiet. And
You just know that when you were learning Magic Missile, anytime that like you rolled one on the damage die, so it didn't do much in game, you just got like the stern look. Like,
Oh yeah,
yes, technically you did
like
what
I would hit
asked.
the dummies, and they wouldn't be
Burst.
completely destroyed, and it's just like, what was that?
Did,
Oh,
did you
Like,
even
try.
learn
Seriously?
anything in school?
Maybe you should go back to your studies of being like a bureaucrat instead of like this magic nonsense you're into.
God.
Ugh.
You're making me
We
feel
could have
bad.
saved if we just sit into accounting school.
Yes. Which
Oh, Lord.
So yes, Duchess has arrived back
Yeah.
at the
So-
the bar.
yeah.
you
Hi.
all are kind of chilling. Maybe you made yourself breakfast, poured yourself a couple beers. I don't know how you killed your downtime. Duchess does show up pretty much without incident. You do hear outside
An incident.
an incident that was again caused by me. Well, this incident
at
is
me.
me. The first incident was Fenrir. I keep trying to blame myself for all the chaos, and I have to remind myself
No,
No,
I
there-
owned up for the first one.
there
I
was
owned
a
up.
smite.
Yeah, you did.
There was a smite that happened.
That was on me. That was
Yeah.
my B.
But since then, encouraging you to murder everyone you come in contact with, and then robbing all of the horses, that was on me.
If anyone gives me a look, I'll be like, it wasn't me. Ask Marion if we
Sounds like
ever see him
there's a
again, okay?
stampede outside.
There's a good
Technically,
chance
I
like
was-
you would just find like 3 or 4 horses just like grazing. Like once you got outside, be like, "Yep, you guys can just. I don't need you anymore." Like they'll just
Yeah,
get tired
hello.
and just be outside now.
Yeah, I didn't want to murder anymore after that moment. I was like, I'm just gonna knock these people out.
Mhm.
Just like with the bandit, just shield bash them until they fall asleep. Go sleep, go sleep, go sleep.
You made a mistake. It's okay. I understand. Yeah. Duchess comes back. Probably hasn't been that long.
Is the door fixed now?
Oh yeah, with mending, because it's like they didn't destroy the door; they basically just like kicked it off its hinges and then did not repair its hinges, kind of thing. And so that's well in the purview of mending.
Yeah, if I see the bartender again, I'm gonna be like, get a
He-
better door.
As I say, he might not notice anything was wrong, but yeah, be like,
I'll tell him.
just
I'll
so you
tell him.
know, the reason you still have a door is because of me. And maybe you should consider
No.
getting a better one, because
No.
the
I'm
people
not
in
gonna
this
rub it in
town,
his face.
they are quick with the foot.
I'll tell him some of the guards broke in. I did the best I could. You might want to get a better door.
So, I couldn't find a coin. I did roll exactly a 10 on a d20, which just feels annoying. So we're going to say roughly once the horses get through the gate, the town doesn't go up into a frenzy. If anything, maybe there are some guards that are now pursuing for at least a little bit on foot before they give up and kind of come back to their posts. It probably shouldn't take them too long to realize they can't outrun a horse.
I would hope.
No, they just keep running. They,
You don't
they
know.
have hope.
I mean,
That's what they realize.
yeah, anyone who grew up in the aughts should remember that there was like an MTV show that Chad Johnson just trying to outrun various animals. Like I saw him race a zebra. He got dusted, by the way. But this is the hubris that all humans share, whether they're fantasy humans or real ones. Is I can catch up.
Yeah, I could totally do that.
I can
Fight a
break
bear
these
barehanded.
cuffs. You can't break those cuffs.
Yeah, I totally can. Don't worry about it. I could fist fight a wolf.
How about a bear?
Watching,
Yeah, barehanded.
I feel like it trends once every couple weeks of just here's a ranking system of what like a group of guys on Reddit thought they could beat in a fight, and it's like if bears in any category that other than
I will die.
kills me quickly and soundly, what do you think happens?
Yeah.
You die slowly, painfully, and
Yeah.
losing a lot of blood while being devoured.
And that's only if they get bored while killing you, not because you
Yeah.
put up a good fight. It's so funny watching people being like, this guy thinks he could fight a gorilla. And it's like, fuck, no,
oh
you
my
could.
god.
I just imagine if someone was fighting a gorilla, just Thor versus Loki, swinging around.
It's the same
Arms
thing
ripped
with
off.
like average like everyday guys who are like, oh, I could totally beat Serena Williams at tennis, and it's like, no, you dumb bitch. Like it's the same guy who thinks he can fist fight a bear thinks he can beat Serena Williams at
I've
tennis, and it's
seen
like,
that so much, yeah.
it's so much.
Because they're like, Serena couldn't beat Nadal or whatever, so I probably have a shot. And it's like, hey, like, Serena's on record saying she'd never do that because there's nothing to be gained from it for her.
Right.
Either she beats
just think it'd be
Nadal
cool.
and people call it a fluke, or she loses and everyone goes, see, we knew
Women.
you're just the best woman tennis player. You're not the
Yeah.
best tennis player. Like, and then, yeah, people are like, I could be. And it's like, what? I could barely return a serve from, like, my sister who had some lessons. Like, if I bounce it back, it's luck. It's because
Uh-huh.
Serena hit my racket in a way that it bounced back over the net.
Yeah,
And then there's me. How do you serve?
yeah. I can't. I have weak wrists.
Well,
so
you're going to
I
want to
play
toss it
badminton.
up, and form is very important. But also, I have terrible depth perception, so the step 2 is where it gets me. But anyways,
I don't
sorry.
think I'd be able to throw it up and
But
just
could you fight a
smack it.
bear?
No.
Yes. How
I
much?
am
I'll
a
say no.
confident white
How
man.
much-
I could beat a bear in a fight.
I could fight a bear, sure. I
Yeah.
could not beat a bear.
How much prep time do I get, and can I be my halfling D&D character instead of myself?
Okay, to be
No,
fair,
and
my cat is named Bear. I could probably beat him in a fight. I just let him win
Man,
normally.
I
That
don't
is
know, even odds.
that's a loophole I'd allow.
Yeah,
I beat
he's a big cat.
bear in a fight. You beat a bear. Wait, did you say you beat bear or a bear? Yeah.
Yeah, don't worry about it. However you want to think of
Don't
it.
worry about it. Forget about it.
Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
You say
Don't
question.
worry.
Don't ask questions.
Oh.
Yeah, don't ask questions. I will not answer.
So, I think we are going to pick up next week with the town not much more in disarray than you left it that night.
Yay.
Marion, for as far as everyone knows, made it out alive. Shade is missing in action.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Nice.
Function
Shade's
got a
probably
weird
fine.
dream.
I love weird dreams.
It was.
It sounds.
Was it weird?
It sounds like the precursor to a "Hey, you're a warlock now" type thing, and I was not looking for that.
Yeah.
Are there demons in my blood? Oh fuck, there are demons in my. Wait, what is it? Where does shadow sorcery come from again? Hang on.
I tried to make like a southern preacher joke there, like, but I couldn't bring myself to do it. Where it's like, have you been listening to rock music?
Oh my god.
Have you been playing the devil's game,
Yeah.
D&D? I was like,
Oh
oh
my-
wait, hang on.
We've rolled up the Satan's lettuce. Do you spell your name with Satan's comma?
No and no.
No, and no.
I do have marijuana in this universe, by the way.
No, that's it.
So,
Oh, cool.
Well,
Too
what
bad
kind of
Fenrir
D&D
can't-
universe without some drugs?
Can't-
Yeah, I've done drugs in D&D.
Duchess has
Multiple times.
probably done it.
Nah, no.
Not because of the Nurchin thing, but because it's a wood elf thing.
Actually, yeah, nope, you're right.
Like
You're
it
completely
is.
right.
I
Hey.
basically stole old Toby's, the halfling weed from Lord of the Rings, but then gave it to the elves instead. I was
Yeah,
like,
she's definitely had that.
I was
She
like,
might not have
you
had
now
it.
have the best weed in this fantasy universe.
Well, you know what's interesting is I think she would actually have residual, either a fear or an aversion to any kind of that because of where she came from.
Oh, yeah, I need
Because
to.
trauma.
Yeah, there's a lot of trauma for a lot of you.
Ah,
That
I
I
don't
sh-
have any.
I don't know my trauma.
That's true.
Yeah, well,
That's
it's same.
fair. That's also fair.
Uh,
It's not
When I
fair.
started out this character, when
I
I
would
started
think that
making
she
this
just
character,
doesn't-
I was like, I'm not gonna kill my family, and I was like, I'm not gonna do that. And then I just proceeded to kill everybody else he's ever met. So that's fine. Great.
mm,
I was gonna say
Everyone
she-
else's trauma is out in the open. Ours is like, oh yeah, we don't have trauma.
Well, not all of my
Oh,
trauma
wait,
is
I'm
out in the
dead.
open. I can tell you that.
Yeah, Duchess also has some memory loss trauma. It's not a big deal.
No, but she probably does have an aversion to anything that will either hinder or dull her senses.
that's fair.
And this would do
Because
that. Yes.
living out alone on the streets and some other stuff.
Then
People
also
stealing your-
just
Stealing your food.
That people probably also young wood
Oh,
elf.
Say no more.
Hmm.
Say no more.
Yeah, probably not a good idea to have dulled senses on the streets.
there's also just like a 6 month to a year haze where she doesn't quite remember
Anything? Yeah.
anything. A lot of that going around.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Yeah.
Less than most. I have less than most, but there's still a bit of it.
About half the group.
Uh,
Oh, I don't know what you're talking about. I
It-
have a
You're
family.
not. You
Everyone in it is still alive.
uh-huh.
It kind of goes in stages of for our memory loss peeps. Duchess just has a very specific phase of her life that is wiped. And then Songshen currently has nothing, but Fig has free reign to make most of her backstory, but
yeah, I
she'll
have some
have
backstory.
quite a few holes related to specific things, and then like the
Yeah.
past 3 years are a wash. And then we
I
get to
have-
Fenrir, which is he remembers
Entirely.
his name,
And that's it.
and that's it.
And the DM has complete control,
Those are always
Which-
fun.
which
Ugh.
I'm
Fig's
scared.
Character in my campaign, she did that to me, and
Uh-huh. I wrote 26 backstories. Just none of them are real.
Yeah, you have identity crises. Yeah, we know.
No. There's no crisis about it.
There's no-
Just some-
It's like
some
you have a
days-
drinking problem. No, I'm pretty sure I have it pretty figured out.
Yeah, I'm really good at
Some
it, you
days I'm a
guys.
priest.
All right.
Some days I'm a trader.
I'm gonna have
Some
to
days I'm
get off
something
and-
else.
Go eat.
Yeah. I'll
Okay.
talk to y'all later. See you next week.
This was